I was a bad son, now I'm a good dad. I was a bad son, now I'm a good dad. I was a bad son, now I'm a good dad. What up? When I was a little boy, I put my hood on my back. All eyes on me and nobody cut me no slack. While bowling up and down that court, money was all I thought. And daddy was selling drugs, so it made me say fuck sports. Him teaching me the game, felt like he was passing the torch. In front of projects, I jumped off the stoop, not a port. My OGs was my idols, not no Meech or Rick Ross. And remember, to be a boss, life was always the cause. I carry Christ on my back, that's why they call me the cross. And whenever shit was rough, I just hustle and stay my course. And every time I pull myself back on my feet, digging my cleats. Every step I take, rip up the streets. A gun in a vest, some money and weed is all I need. When I hit the block, my mama started losing her sleep. To love a nigga like me is really not for the weak. I became a villain after that 100 bullets ate up my Uncle G. I was a bad son, now I'm a good dad. I'm hands-on, my kids ain't raised by no iPad. I show up every day, if you a man, try that. Can't call yourself a man if you make a child and deny that.
Yo.
Yo.
What up, cuzzo?
What up, cuzzo? What up, people?
Yeah.
What up, chat?
Yeah. Welcome to another show of Good Dad, Bad Son. It's your favorite cousins. I don't even know if Will is coming up tonight. But
you know where we
yeah,
at.
let's get to it, man. I'm gonna wait for Kurt, man, because this is really Kurt's thing. He was up 4 in the morning on the line.
Texting people 4 in the morning.
Texting about Trump and the war. He's so upset.
4 in the morning. He's so mad.
You know?
Didn't Kurt served, right?
Mm-hmm.
What president he served under?
That's a good question. Let me write that down.
What president did he serve under? I need to know.
It's a good question.
I need to know.
Yeah. What's the word, though?
Chilling, man. Work is work. Just happy to be back in my truck, man. Happy to be back in the truck. Thank you, cuzzo, man. I was just happy. This last month been like some of the best days ever, man. Getting back into the swing of it, life.
I'm trying to let Eli wants to produce the show and all this, but this already ain't working. He done left. Close the door.
Man, you got the greatest production crew ever, man.
Yeah, he done left. As soon as the show come on, he leaves and go make a plate of food.
Yeah, we hungry, man. We hungry. You got the greatest production crew ever, man. And eat before.
Yo, Noah's trying to come on, bro. You need to pull the screen up so you can see.
Hi.
What up, Noah?
Hey, how you doing?
Noah.
Chilling.
Hello, Noah.
Go off to my phone.
How you doing, Devon?
Cool. Another day.
Kurt was up 4 in the morning arguing over Trump and these bombs and all this Iran and all that. Go ahead, Noah.
I woke up and the first message I saw was "Good job, Mr. President." I didn't scroll before that.
See, that was me just getting at Kurt. I wasn't even serious until you came on. I wasn't even serious. I was just talking to Kurt for real. I wasn't serious.
You were responding to someone else.
That's all I was doing, trolling. What's poppin', Josh? That's all I was doing was trolling Kurt.
When it happened, I started watching the live coverage when I seen it up there, and I seen it before Kurt had sent the text, and then as soon as I pressed the live coverage, I might have been watching it for 2 minutes, and here come Kurt. Back at war, stuff like that. I was like, oh man, Kurt, go to bed, man. Go to bed, Kurt.
He did go.
Josh, we had to go live tonight, Josh. We had to.
Definitely had to.
I was gonna start with Kurt, but of course he's late. He was up here an hour ago.
He
so
said
I
he's
don't know
gonna
what.
be coming late. He said he wanted to sleep before.
Yeah, he old, man.
Anyway.
I try to tell you old. I try to tell you old, man.
Anyway, so Noah, what's your issue with what Trump has done? And Israel. America and Israel bombing Iran.
So I'm not gonna go over the issue that
That's fooling.
Trump should get controversy with authority
What up, fool?
with somebody.
Fool, hold on, no. It's echoing, fool. Yo. Why is it playing back like that?
I hear it from everybody.
Mute his mic. Let me see. Yeah, fool, it's your mic. For some reason. You never do that before.
Nope.
Might have to go out and come back in. Let me see. It's still echoing. Try to go out and come back in. I don't know why I did that. I never did that before.
Not with food shit.
Go ahead, no.
Yeah, I was saying I'm not gonna go into why a president should ask for permission before starting a war because you clearly don't think he needs to do that. But I don't think this is America's war at all. I think America stands to lose most and Israel stands to gain most. And I think any arrangement like that where you're doing somebody else's bidding, like obviously America will end up benefiting financially from any time it destroys another country. But I think had Israel not been the instigator of this thing, America would not have launched strikes into Iran. And I think the main thing for me is like why would an American support this? Like either you have a really strong passion for regime changes in countries you're never gonna visit or know anything about beyond what you read on the news. There's a subset of Americans that just think that they're trying to restore order and enact democracy in every country in the world. And to that I say, I can't curse. But other than that, I don't know what logical explanation you could have for just wanting to get in another country's business, change their leadership, and think that it's going to cost human lives at both ends. And BJ asked me a really critical question in the group chat when I said that, and he asked, "Whose children?" BJ, I don't care whose damn.
No, first of all, ask the question. Give everyone the context before you give people my answer.
I'll repeat the question that I asked from the group chat. I'm gonna read my text word for word, and I'm gonna read BJ's answer. So I asked a very fair question.
What up, fool?
We did all that talking today.
What up? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we good now.
Yeah, you good, fool.
Hi.
Hey, I'm not educated on what's going on. Y'all got to tell me, man. What's going on in the world, man? I've been on television, bro. What's going on, man? What you arguing at 5 o'clock in the morning about?
He not even here yet. But Trump and Israel. Go ahead, no, you can explain it better than me.
So, Israel has launched strikes into Iran. Over the past 2 years, there's been some. It started in 2025, I guess, the first time they launched strikes in over the past few years. But then yesterday, America decided to play tag team with Israel, and both American rockets and Israeli rockets.
No, that was this morning, right?
Iran. Yeah, it was last night and this morning, I think. I don't know.
Oh.
I figured it was before 4 a.m, since that's when Kurt started talking about it. But basically, Iran has started to retaliate by attacking American air bases in different countries in the Middle East. So Iran has already attacked air bases in the UAE, in Qatar. I think there's like 4 countries in the Gulf that have U.S. air bases that have already been attacked. So basically the start of World War III, because America wants to do Israel's bidding in hopes that they get some, whatever they do get at the end of these wars, oil, weapons, whatever they find over there. Because they suspect, obviously, America has to come up with an excuse for the American people. And the excuse this time is America feels very threatened by Iran's development of a nuclear program, when both America and Israel have had nuclear programs that are much more developed than Iran's for at least 20 years. But we don't got to talk about that. We just scared of their nuclear weapons. That's my summary.
That's a good summary.
And just to go back to the text, I had
Yes,
sent the text. We were talking about BJ thinks America got to do what I actually won't. I think that BJ thinks that America got to do to stay the #1 superpower because we don't want this beautiful empire to fall. So I replied. I asked. Also, in the recent strikes by the U.S., they actually struck an elementary school and killed 75 little girls, 85 little girls between the ages of 7 and 12. So in response to that, I was saying, would you save 100,000 children if it would cost the U.S. of having to become #3 or #4 instead of #1? For example, like the fall of Great Britain. Great Britain was #1. Now they're still top 5. They're not doing too bad, but they're not #1 no more. If they told you the cost of that was 100,000 kids, would you be cool with that? And BJ replied, whose children? I'll leave it to you to explain that.
Yeah. I really be trolling. I should have said that. I really just I be 80% serious and then 20%. That was part of the 20%. I was just like, let me hold on, whose children? But I was really just playing. I don't play about kids. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not killing no kids, man. I don't want to be a part of killing nobody's children for real. But like in this instance, casualties of war, man.
Women and children are not casualties of war.
Yes, they are. They always been for years.
Yes, but they're not supposed to be. BJ.
That's what makes them a casualty of war. That they're not supposed to be. It's not supposed to happen to them. That's what makes them a casualty of war. You know what I'm saying? Just like when American soldiers say American soldiers are in a fighter jet or something and they blow each other up by accident, they're casualties of war.
They're soldiers, not civilians. I'm fine with soldiers being casualties of any war. There's women that are soldiers I'm fine with female soldiers being casualties of war. I'm not fine with 7-year-old girls at elementary school being casualties of war.
We could wait, matter of fact, but I want to read the comments, so I'll let you know it. I get what you're saying. I understand. I can't say anything about that. I don't have no excuse about that. They hit an all girls school. About 70 of them died. That's unfortunate. For real. But Trump did say everyone stay home and stay in shelter. Why was they in school? Who told them to go to school? I'm not even trying to laugh. I'm laughing at you. I'm not trying to laugh at that, but why they was in school? I'm not going to school. What if we go to war or whatever? They people sending bombs over here. My kids ain't going to school. We not going to school.
They hit houses too. It's not been just schools. One targeting any school in any. There's no rhyme or reason behind targeting a school. A lot of people think.
So you think they targeted that school?
I mean, I don't see how they could have not. They haven't said that there was any sort of nuclear. The school is not behind a nuclear facility. It's not underneath a nuclear facility. We've heard this in the Israel war for how long? Every time an ambulance would get hit, it was hiding underground facility with rockets. It's always the same type of thing. And it's like in the Israel-Palestine war, it's been years of them saying, stay home, everybody stay home, don't leave. And then while they're running home, it's bombs raining on them. I don't think the stay-at-home warning has really does anything when it's coming out of the mouth of Israel or Israel's friends. That's how you stay at home, and then they'll bomb you right in your house.
I just want to say something quick. I don't.
Go ahead. You got to get better service too, Davon. Go ahead.
My bad.
It's breaking up. Yep.
The war is going on. My fault. Can y'all hear me better? We good?
Nah, you choppy, man.
You choppy. You gotta go. You gotta come back. You gotta get better. You gotta get more clear. Fool, what you think, man?
What's the question, man? I told you I don't know. I'm here to be educated, to tell you the truth.
You better now. That's cool. Nah, you good. You better now, Davon. Go ahead. Nah, you frozen.
What's the question, though?
How do you? Well, it's not really no question. It's just how do you feel about America and Israel sending missiles to Iran, and it's basically over. America claims that Iran is using uranium. They're still using. They're collecting uranium still to make these bombs, to make these type of missiles that can actually reach America. Because right now they don't really have. It's hard to reach America, but the type of missiles they're made. I forgot. It starts with a B. I forgot the name of it though.
Ballistic.
Ballistic. There you go. Ballistic missiles that could actually reach America. You know what I'm saying? Do damage to America. And they're Trump basically was telling them cut it out. You know what I'm saying? Gave them 10 days, kept giving them warnings and stuff, whatever. Iran wasn't going for it, and now it came to today or last night where they started. They said enough is enough, so they started hitting them with missiles and stuff.
So we at war.
Yep.
The war is over to me. They done killed the dude in charge.
No, it's not over, BJ. They only just get.
What else they gonna do?
See,
Iran been sending warnings for the past 15 years. That's why I don't understand why everybody is so worried and scared. I was telling Josh that earlier. Josh like, yo, man, I'm worried, man. You know, I work by the White House. What y'all so worried about? They done killed damn near. I seen a pyramid of about 12 Iranian leaders that they done killed. They been killing them dudes, man. They ain't do nothing yet.
BJ, they wiped out everybody in Gaza and the war didn't stop. It's not about people, it's about land.
No, that's genocide.
But Israel has an idea of greater Israel, and the only threat that Israel sees to expanding in the Middle East is Iran, which is the only country that has power, that has used its power against Israel. So there's no way Israel's objective was just to wipe these people out. They still.
No, I was talking about Gaza.
Yeah,
I was talking about Gaza at that point, but Iran playing bad. But Iran is playing bad. Let's not act like Iran ain't talking tough and saying death to America. The whole government is chanting death to America in the parliament. That's their thing, death to America. So me, fool, what I'm saying is, anybody saying death to America, and as being an American, I mean, what y'all want? You want me to feel bad? What you want me to?
Yeah, I want you to feel bad.
I can't feel bad. I can't even lie. I can't even lie.
Let's not act like the country that is policing the development of nuclear weapons all over the world is not the only country that has actively deployed a nuclear weapon on Japan, and the ancestors of these Japanese people have cancer to this day. Let's not act like the big nuclear policeman is the only country in the world that has ever used a nuclear weapon and continues to this day to have ballistic missiles that can reach any country in the world, to develop nuclear energy up to the point where it can be a weapon. That is all fine for America to do.
So
it is completely fine for Israel not to sign a single treaty about their nuclear weapons. But Iran is the scary big bad guy.
Can we hear me clear? Can I hear me clearly?
Oh yeah,
we good?
Yeah, fool. You had a question?
My only point.
Hold on,
Davon.
Let Davon go ahead and get his. Mine's is mine, and he was already trying to get it out before. So
go ahead, cuz.
My thing is like Fu is part my point. Like he said, I didn't even know there was a war today. Half the country don't even know this is going on right now. That's number one. Number two, this ain't nothing new for America. This is what we do. This is all we do. Plunger in war. This is what happens. Unfortunately, Iran is part of it right now. We've been doing this since before Vietnam. That's what my whole thing with Kurt was for. Why we all acting so mad now? Why we ain't act mad when we did it? Why we ain't act mad when we did it to Koreans or black people or Venezuelans? We do it all the time. This is what we do. America takes shit. They take things. And as far Iran wants to kill us since way before they were centuries ago. This ain't nothing new. We've been beefing. They've been tight since we took their shits and they didn't have no more foothold in this world. They've been mad since then. They want to kill us. And the reason why we have nuclear powers and other countries have nuclear powers and they don't, because they don't know how to act with them. They will send those bombs to kill thousands of innocent lives. See, I don't want no schoolgirls dying at all. I don't want no kids dying or nobody on my watch. But if it needs for my kids to get home safe, if BJ's kids to get home safe, Noah's future kids to get home safe, nieces and nephews, Fool's kids or nieces and nephews to get home safe, I don't care who die over there. I don't live in Iran. I don't live in Israel. I live in America. I personally, and half this country personally, doesn't even know it's happening over there. So I'm not about to sit here and act like I care. The people that act
All
like
right,
they
bro.
care over here, the people that act like they care or want to know what's going on over there, go over there and fight the war. Or really show that you care. You don't really care. You just want to talk about it. We could talk about. I'm not talking
You
about
pull
us.
up that first
I
video.
mean, we talk about us, but I'm talking about people in this country that's on the news and all. Man, y'all really don't care.
Let
They
let
don't
Noah
think this.
respond.
First of all, Devon, your kids and my kids, if I have them in America, my hypothetical kids, they're safe until they're not. Okay, they're safe until they're not, and realistically, America is not the only country that can shoot out a rocket. So there's Americans right now in air bases in different countries in the Middle East. They're Americans. I don't know how you feel about Americans outside of America's land. I don't know if you're just protective of Americans on American land, but there are Americans outside of America that are dying and that are gonna die because they're gonna get attacked because of this. You there's this narcissism about American warfare where you think you're just going to keep shooting at everybody forever and that's just going to keep you on top, but in reality it's going to come back to bite you and potentially, God forbid, anybody's kids. So it's like that idea that we're just going to keep doing what we've been doing and it's never going to come back to bite us. I don't think it's realistic.
I didn't hear it.
There's a
Now, when I
you're
want
trying to do a
DJ
video.
left. Can you hear me, Noah?
Yeah, we can hear you. I don't know where BJ went. There's a video up, but it's not playing.
He couldn't hear us for some reason, and I don't know what happened to BJ.
BJ's in the stream with audio only. It's just you, me, and Trump.
My son is the producer tonight, so this is what's going on. Yeah, you know. I'm looking at the video from Fulham to say this is basically the beginning. Then I'll put the video while you get the video.
To the members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, the armed forces, and all of the police, I say tonight that you must lay down your weapons and have complete immunity, or in the alternative, face certain death. So, lay down your arms. You will be treated fairly with total immunity, or you will face certain death. Finally, to the great, proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take. This will be probably your only chance for generations. For many years, you have asked for America's help, but you never got it. No president was willing to do what I am willing to do tonight. Now you have a president who is giving you what you want. So let's see how you respond. America is backing you with overwhelming strength and devastating force. Now is the time to seize control of your destiny and to unleash the prosperous and glorious future that is close within your reach. This is the moment for action. Do not let it pass. May God bless the brave men and women of America's armed forces. May God bless the United States of America. May God bless you all. Thank you.
But I mean, the man gave him full warning, man. I mean, what's that?
This is my response to that. Can anybody read this tweet? Can you see this? This is Trump's tweet from November 10, 2013. Trump said, "Remember that I predicted a long time ago that President Obama will attack Iran because of his inability to negotiate properly. ... Not skilled. ! Exclamation mark."
BJ, you wasn't muted.
No, yeah, he just,
No.
you know, if I'm muted now, you right?
You sound strange. You can't hear you clearly anymore. Wait, say
This ain't no
something.
room, man.
He talking to
This ain't
somebody
no
else, I
room.
think. I don't think
I
he
don't
think
know.
he in the room.
He,
BJ.
The
BJ.
mic not the mic not working.
Oh
Something ain't
no,
working.
now it's working. We can hear you.
I
He keeps
can't
saying
hear
It's
North.
working now.
Now
He
we
BJ.
said
We
it's
don't
working
know who
now.
you talking to. You talking to Eli or us?
I was talking to y'all.
can hear you now, but you were sounding distorted before.
Yeah, because that battery just came on. But yeah, no, I was
I can
saying
hear
I don't know
DJ.
how you want me to feel. How you want me to feel about it? I just don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know. A lot of my questions was for Kurt, for real, because Kurt was the one with all the issues 4 in the morning.
I have one great question. Well, we wrote it down. I'm gonna save it. We can save it.
Yeah, because if he not here, it don't even matter. But I mean, fool,
Hmm.
if you do you have a problem with America, attacking its so-called enemies?
Hey, man, listen. I'm 47 years old, bro, and ever since I've been born, there's been some type of war going on with America or something going on, just like was stated. So at the end of the day, that's why I seen a protest going on downtown Atlanta, but there's always protests going on. But it did say I seen a couple of signs that said "Stop the war on Iran." I didn't know if that was started today or if that was already an all-going war. Because, like Davon said, a lot of the people don't even know what's going on. I intentionally don't know what's going on because I'm not focused on it. It's really what you consume. You know what I mean? That goes with anything in life. So if
Suleiman
I
came
started
up.
to dive into it and going down the lane of seeing the conversation, but I'm really here to have any type of conversation and to be educated on what's going on. You know what I mean? Because I do have my own personal opinions about certain topics, but when it comes to this war, I'm more looking at to be educated because I really don't know what's going on right now.
No, that's cool, and that's why I like. That's what I
Hmm.
like because you're not biased. Make sure my mic wasn't muted.
Hmm.
You're not
Not
biased.
bad.
You know what I'm saying? You're genuinely just trying to see what's going on, and you just have your opinion as an American, as a
Hmm.
Black American at that. So
Right.
that's even better
At the end of the day,
because most people have some biasness.
like I can't really be biased against America because um I'm here, right? So if it goes down here, my family is going to be affected. So whoever's president, if I voted for him or not, I'm going to support whatever he's going to do because whether I support it or not, it's going to take place. So all I can really do is pray for the best, outcome because you have to accept the things you cannot change the things you can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I'm wise enough to know I can't affect what's going on directly, So I'm really focusing on what I can, and that's why I have tunnel vision and I don't know what's going on. But I like to have these type of conversations because one, I like to be educated, and two, is it's very you should know and be aware of what's going on in current events so you could definitely educate the youth to prepare for whatever they need to prepare for.
$1 million, what up, baby? Yeah, man.
And address that
Go ahead, cuz.
to address that comment and talk about how can we accuse other countries. They never use nuclear nothing because we won't let them build nuclear powers. They didn't need nuclear things to attack other countries. That's why they're called terrorists. They don't need the nuclear stuff. They use suicidal bombers, planes and stuff like that because they don't have the necessary equipment to attack countries because we won't let them. That's where the responsibility comes in. That was just addressing a comment that said that there was
That
no
was
nuclear
actually
weapons used
Suleiman's
against
comment
America. Yeah,
anyway.
because we
That
won't allow it.
that was Suleiman's
Hmm.
comment anyway. Suleiman, you can respond.
Peace, peace. What up, fam? Salam alaikum.
What up? Walaikum
Peace, peace.
salam.
Peace, peace.
Yeah, they did
Walaikum
a number
salam.
on us. They did a number on us. You know what I'm saying? These are the same people that's been killing our people for many years.
Who?
America, white America,
Specifics.
white
Okay.
American soldiers, white American
Okay.
soldiers whose grandparents was Ku Klux Klan in this country. The
All
same
right.
people that we trying to you know befriend and impress is the same people that hated you and killed your people and burnt your people to the stake. And now we adapting that same corrupt, racist mindset of F everybody else in the world, America first. You know what I'm saying? That don't run through my bloodstream. My bloodstream is to the Most High, the Creator, and that's where spirituality comes in because it forces you to rely on kindness, and it forces you to rely on nature and respect for the Most High and respect for all His creation. Right? That goes beyond, that supersedes any nations or your country that you represent. And so that's all. This is a white man construct. Even the separation of Africa, that's all white man construct. You know what I'm saying? And so we got to break out of that. And you got to respect people who's been oppressed, who fighting back. If you go through the history, there's reasons why certain nations is being oppressed. There's reasons behind why certain people are looked at as the terrorists, right? Gaddafi and different leaders are put as terrorists. Nelson Mandela, right? There's reasons why these people are terrorists, and it's on this list because you got these devils who they freaking programming people's minds. Whoever's their enemy is our enemy, right? But that's not the way it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to worship Allah, the creator of the universe, and you're supposed to judge fairly who's righteous and who's corrupt. And so I don't want to roll with who's corrupt. You know what I'm saying? Because He warns you. In the end, those who are corrupt and who do evil and cause mischief on the earth, it's going to be a serious penalty for them. And you don't have to believe that. You don't have to believe in heaven and hell. You know what I'm saying? But if you
You,
conscious and if you study and you're looking at this play, it don't make sense to run with devils because it's not gonna, you know what I'm saying?
you,
It's not gonna end well for anybody. So
you want to know how you make
I'm
a
not
good
into
person do
supporting
something
devils.
bad?
Say it
You want
again.
to know how to make a good person do? You want to know how to make a good person do something bad?
How?
Add religion, Suleiman.
Hey, Suleiman, I got
Add
I got
religion.
some I got some questions, right? So
Yeah.
I forgot that fast. I
So
don't
so
know. You're saying, so what makes Iran so righteous? Because you're making it seem like this is a righteous. I actually agree with what you said, but it don't fit for this
It,
particular
that, that, it don't fit.
moment.
It don't fit.
Cuz,
what
hold
what
on,
makes
cuz,
what
hold
makes
on,
Iran
cuz.
corrupt? Wait. What makes Iran corrupt? For your knowledge of history, what do you know about Iran?
I'm not saying they are corrupt. I'm asking you what makes them righteous, because you're making it seem like America is corrupt and Iran is so righteous.
For one, America has a track record of invading. America invaded America. I
Now I
mean,
understand. I understand that. I'm talking about in this situation right here, America and Israel versus Iran. You know what I mean? Iran, whatever, whatever.
in this situation, they're oppressing the people. They don't want the people to have nuclear weapons
So
because they want to bomb
Iran is not oppressing people. The Iranian government is not oppressing
people.
people.
They got laws. No, every nation got laws. That's not oppressing people. You have laws. If the law is the law, that's the law of the land. You're supposed to respect that.
So if uh if a woman gets beat to death because her what you call that, her hajib might have been slightly incorrect, she gets beat to death by the law in Iranian, you cool with
So,
that?
so how often that happens? Based on your
Are you
statistics.
cool? Are you cool
Well,
with
it
that?
shouldn't happen at all.
I'm not cool with that. I'm not cool with that. But
Okay.
I'm asking you
So
statistically. Wait. Statistically, how often that happens
I
of a
don't know.
man beating his
I
wife
just
to
know
death?
about that story. I didn't look at the
All right. Well, we
statistics.
can't we can't
What
throw
about the
around make up
thousands?
stuff.
All
We
right, what
can't throw
about the
around make up stuff.
no, that's not made up. That's a real story. Don't
I'm
change the
talking about
narrative. It's not made up.
I'm talking about how often that happens.
Okay, I don't know the statistics. That's all I'm saying. I didn't look at the statistics.
Just like rape. Listen, murder, rape, pedophilia, all that
Epstein.
is very low in Muslim countries. HIV, all that is very high in Christian
That
America.
don't have nothing to do with nothing. That don't have anything to do with what we talking about. We could get into that later, but I want to stay on topic of what we talking about. Well, we
So
not talking
what
about
makes
Christian
Iran
and Muslim
corrupted?
right now.
What
We
makes
not talking
Iran
about
corrupted? What makes them corrupt?
we not talking about Muslim and Christianity right now. What I'm asking you is, what about the thousands of people that were killed for protesting in Iran recently? What about those people?
Protesting
Because you
what?
just making it seem like America is the only country oppressing people, and Iran ain't oppressing their people. Iran just killed thousands of people that was protesting over this woman that got killed because her hajj was slightly off. What about that?
BJ, are can I
I
Let
answer
don't
him
that?
I
let
don't
him
I don't
answer
know the
right
fact, I
quick.
don't know the fact of that. I
Oh,
need some statistics, some facts. You gotta show it on the
how you
screen. Show me the
you
report.
the one that got up here talking defending Iran? How you don't know? How you don't
I
have
wasn't
facts for Iran?
all I said was in this you said stay on topic.
I'm
I'm
staying on
talking about this
topic.
going down. I'm talking about this war. This war is unjust. America is being aggressive. Israel's
So
being aggressive on the nation.
so 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 would you would be okay with Iran getting nuclear weapons and getting the things that can possibly reach America, as Iran also every day is saying death to America? You would be okay with that?
Iran's not saying death to America every day. Where you get that from?
Jesus.
I'm just all right.
Who,
I'm not.
who told you
Listen,
that?
listen.
No, no,
All
They
where
right.
you
they
get that
say
from?
this
Where
is
you
No,
get that from?
let me just forget
That's why
that. Let me
media
just
is
ask you the
powerful.
question.
Media is powerful. It program people's minds.
Suleiman, let's stay on the same page. Forget I even
Yeah,
said that.
yeah.
What you're okay with Iran having weapons of mass destruction, building weapons
Yes,
of mass destruction? You okay with
yes,
that?
yes, yes.
Okay, then I don't understand that. I don't understand any American that's
America got
okay.
all the
I don't
weapons and they
understand.
killing
Let me
people.
just finish saying what I'm saying. I don't understand any American that's okay with a known enemy of America saying death to
Why are
America,
they enemy?
cool
Why
with
are they
weapons of mass destruction. So you know what I mean?
why are they
I don't
enemy?
understand that.
Why are
Yeah,
they enemy?
I think all of y'all need to move over there. I think y'all need to go live over there.
No, no,
Y'all
I'm
don't even
asking
need
why
to
are
be in
they enemy?
America. Y'all
Please
shouldn't be
Why
in
are
do.
they
America.
enemy? Why
I
are
don't
they
care
enemy?
why they enemies. I'm not asking why they enemies. I don't have nothing to do with that. All I
All right,
know
there
is
you
we
go. There you
enemies.
go. There we go.
All I know is we enemies, and you don't care. You probably think when they send these missiles over here, they're gonna go over you because you Muslim.
These white devils enemies is not my enemy.
You still
I'm
talking
not a
about
Muslim.
white devils, but you live
I'm
here
not a
with
Muslim.
white devils every day, and they haven't slapped you, they haven't spit on you,
Yeah,
they haven't kicked you in your butt, they haven't done nothing to
Nope.
yeah,
you,
my brothers, yeah, my
nothing.
brothers, yeah, my
What
brothers, yeah. People close to me, they have. People close to me, they
what
have.
they do to
Just
him,
like you,
Suleiman?
BJ.
and
What they do?
People
and
close to you too.
this is the propaganda. This is the problem because it's 2026, and you're acting like you
Oh,
went through what the ancestors went through, and you haven't.
That's a fucking fact.
I didn't say that.
Our ancestors went through that. Yes,
what
you haven't.
grandparents? Is it
You
You
ancestors
didn't
or
haven't.
do nothing.
grandparents?
What did I do
Yeah,
with it?
those are my ancestors.
What did I do
I
with
know.
that? What does that have to do with that?
Because you're talking about something you haven't lived, you haven't went through.
So because I haven't been bombed, I can't sympathize with people being bombed.
No, I didn't say
Yes,
that.
that's exactly right.
Oh man,
No, no,
I'm
no, no,
gonna
no.
say it. No, you
I didn't
can't.
say that.
You
I'm
cannot
saying
sympathize. I'm
you.
gonna say it.
All right, Devon. I'm
that's the
saying
difference.
you
That's the
can't
difference between
talk.
righteous and
See, we
corrupt.
going
That's the
off
difference.
topic. I'm not saying that. That don't even make sense, my nigga. I'm not saying that. That don't even make sense. I'm saying you're talking about white devils. You came up here talking about white devils and the white man oppressing people, and you haven't been through none of that. I'm not talking about being bombed in missiles. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about right here in America, what you're trying to explain up here about oppression and all that, and you haven't went through any of that. And you're trying to make that
BJ,
correlate
BJ,
with what's going on in Iran and between Iran,
BJ,
America, and Israel.
BJ.
That's what I'm talking about.
Didn't a couple years ago Trump spoke about stupid American soldiers going to war dying? Didn't Trump say that himself? He never went to war. Trump never went to war, but he understands the system. He understands it's a plan and people are programmed to go fight for evil causes. Trump tried to teach you too. Trump is not stupid. He know that Americans is stupid. He know that. Trump knows that. That's why he tried to teach y'all. He tried to tell y'all everything, but people are fools. They don't want to study. They don't want no history. They just freaking follow
I,
the leader.
I don't get
That's
it.
Can I
wrong.
say something real quick,
So
cousin?
everybody's stupid fools but you.
Not
You got all
everybody.
the answers.
And me.
Not everybody.
You got all the answers. Y'all got all the
Can I
answers.
say something real quick, Cuzzo?
Y'all got all the answers because you speak this righteous
If you
and
pick up a gun
oppression
and you kill
and
people for somebody
corruption.
else, if you pick up a gun
I
and you
sit
kill
here,
innocent people,
and listen to you.
wrong.
I sit here and let you say what you gotta say. Let you get out what you gotta say. I get 5 seconds of words in, and you cut me off every time, bro.
My
Or what I'm saying is, you sitting here speaking on righteousness and corruption, and saying everybody else is foolish because everybody else want to live. So
Yeah, like the race.
if part of being righteous is speaking on it and acting like you would you give your life up for Iran's freedom? Let me ask you that. Would you sacrifice your life for Iran's freedom?
Since you got so much sympathy.
No.
Me personally,
Yes,
I got a different mission. I got a different mission. Not me. I'm not dying for that. I got a different mission.
Get the fuck out
bet
of
you
here,
ain't.
bro.
I bet you ain't.
I'm done. I bet you won't.
Yo, David, cuz, I'm about to mute your mic for real.
I
Because
forgot
he
the
just
cursing.
spoke about this, cursing and all that for no reason.
What I'm
Go
saying
ahead,
is
Noah.
that Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey, they didn't have to go to war or kill people or fight nobody. They served the mission through their voice, through their understanding of certain things, right? So everybody play a part in this mission. Everybody play a part against fighting against evil and shaitan and exposing falsehood. And that's the part I play. You know what I'm saying? I don't have
Why
to
is
fight and kill people to
why
serve
is
the mission.
why is Pakistan and Afghanistan at war? Let's forget about America. Why is Pakistan and Afghanistan at war?
I don't know.
You said Pakistan and Afghanistan.
Yeah.
You talking about Pakistan? You talking about India? You talking about
Go ahead, Noah. You was about to say something?
And I don't want to answer that. I don't know why you brought that up. Why?
Yeah. Enlighten me.
Pakistan and Afghanistan is at war.
I would like to know.
Pakistan carries out airstrikes inside Afghanistan as open war on open border continues. Yes.
All right, so that answers it. Over land, they're fighting on a border.
So hold on, no, 1 second, because just 10 minutes ago, Suleiman said Muslim countries don't rape, they don't murder, and they don't do all these other things, right? It's 2 Muslim countries attacking each other right now. Over what?
I gotta look into that.
And the white man don't have nothing to do with nothing. The white man ain't involved.
Bruh.
I mean, America's in Afghanistan. How you said white men not involved? Wait,
Afghanistan versus Pakistan. Where's the white man at?
America's in Afghanistan currently.
Don't even. I don't know why any American would bring up Afghanistan to support their position.
Oh.
Wait, hold on. I got to do some research on this. I got to do some research on this. Gotta do some research on that.
Go ahead, Noah. What you was about to say?
Yes, like we in 4 other countries right now, and I'm still stuck on Iran. BJ, well, when you're talking, or when Suleiman was talking about righteousness, I don't understand why we gotta evaluate the righteousness.
Oh, they gone in the back. Go ahead, I hear you.
I don't understand why we gotta evaluate the righteousness of by judging incidents in different countries. Like if we're gonna do righteousness like that, we could talk about Epstein, we could talk about Prince Andrew. Every country got its bad apples. Every country got its murderers and rapists.
Right.
And pedophiles. We know that.
Right.
We're not trying to judge the righteousness of individuals in countries by mentioning random incidents, because every country got shit that they probably don't.
Not Muslim countries. Not Muslim countries. That's what Suleiman just said.
No, BJ,
Muslim countries do.
That's what Suleiman just said. Am I the only one that heard that?
No, I didn't say that. What
You just said you said murder, rape, and some other things don't happen in Muslim countries.
I mean, pedophilia is y'all's specialty. Let's just can you give us that?
It hardly happens. Ask around. Ask people from those countries.
It hardly
I know
happens.
people from those countries. It hardly happens. It's like very low.
I'm just saying. Okay, you changing it.
America's high in crime.
No, I gotta hold people accountable for what they say.
All right, a lot of this is just statistics and it's factual. New York City, highest crime rates in the world, probably top 10. London, highest crime rates in the world, top 10. If you compare that to Jordan, we really don't get like somebody gets murdered once every couple of years. It makes the news for the next 5 years. Everybody talk about the one guy that got murdered. It's a like you can compare it across countries. Do I think that's really relevant in this? No, because when I talk about righteousness, I'm talking about the righteousness of going into another country and saying, I think you have some bad people in there that are doing some bad things, and I'm coming to fix it for you. Because every time America has done that before, America has not fixed it for Iraq, America has not fixed it for Afghanistan, America has not fixed it for nobody. All it's done is just devour as much benefit as it can give itself and its allies, and then it leaves the country war
That
torn
curtain.
with no regime. So with no replacement regime. So when I hear this Trump thing talking about now you get to reclaim your government, like, come on, is it not deja vu at this point? Did we not hear Bush give the same speech?
Another coup. Another coup.
That's
Same
just,
story.
No,
No,
you
he
know,
did
no. Listen, no. One thing, I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna agree with you on that, Noah. America does not have a good track record of talking about or even follow Israel's lead on talking about countries having weapons of mass destruction or any of that. You know what I'm saying? They no, America
They
has a
lying.
bad track record of that. That's a fact.
They lying.
That's a
And people
fact.
still believe them.
Good evening, Kurt.
Kurt, so I want to know. My question to you was, why are you so upset about Trump doing what every president? I know not every president, but what? Why are you so upset about what Trump is doing, and other presidents have done it as well, and there's no outrage about the other presidents that it was no outrage when Obama did it or anybody else did it.
As I said, because he didn't go where he had uh, um, the UN sanction it, they went after, like you said, Gaddafi, because he was attached to the Lockerbie bombing, and all of the UN nations went after him. They put a warrant out for his arrest. They went there, and I guess his bodyguards started fighting back. They end up killing him, But Trump unilaterally, he didn't even go to Congress. Congress has the power to declare war. He just dropping bombs in agreement with Israel to bomb them. That man didn't do nothing to them. He been quiet ever since they bombed his nuclear site. I ain't heard about him attacking no Americans. He need to have our troops at home. Instead of spending them billions and billions of dollars to take them ships out that way, why he don't take those billions and billions of dollars, keep the ships at home and put it into the Americans? Because I thought it was America first. Now,
I agree with that.
you know what I'm saying? Now, if Iran had actually did something like blow up the World Trade Center, then go after them. I got no problem with that. But he didn't get the backing of no UN nation. They have declared that he illegally, unilaterally started a war.
So let me ask you right there. That's your main. That's the main thing you're upset about, that he's unilaterally started this war, right?
Exactly. He didn't go the congressional way. He didn't go the legal way. So the way he went, he just did it on his own accord, so that he could say, I start and I ended a war. They've been warring over there for years. That's their business. Is if Israel want to go after them, let Israel spend their money up and go after them.
I agree with that too.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me read this right quick. U.S. presidents frequently bypass formal congressional declarations of war to unilaterally order bombing campaigns or military strikes, a practice spanning decades justified under executive war powers. While Article 1 of the Constitution vests war-making power in Congress, presidents since Truman have initiated hostilities, including airstrikes in Libya, Obama, bombings in Cambodia, Nixon, and strikes on Iranian sites. These are the key details regarding unilateral presidential bombing. And Obama
But
That's
and
basically with
and
Gaddafi.
let me say this, and the difference is this: when those presidents that you named, Nixon and Obama and them unilaterally did that, they went in with the UN nations. That means they went in with a whole bunch of, not just Israel. It's almost like Israel got America like a puppet on the string. You bombing them people. Them people ain't did nothing. They ain't did nothing to me.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not a fan of waiting for somebody to do something to me. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't a fan of that.
But
I'm sorry,
but
man. I ain't a fan of that.
but I mean, it's the same thing as like with Maduro. He went down there and he got him. Everybody agreed that he got him. Uh, but he said it's because he was a narco terrorist, this and that. But he just pardoned another narco terrorist of one of them Bolivia or something. And then see, when you destabilize an area, the whole Middle East, the people that's going to pay the price is those people that's in the proximity. Yemen, Jordan. And the reason why they going after Jordan and all them is because Jordan have American air bases on their land. The
Yeah,
reason,
because Jordan gets millions of dollars a year from the U.S.
well, that's true too.
No people
So,
are treasonous.
so,
BJ said I
so
got treasonous
my
blood.
thing is this.
A treasonous
Okay,
bloodline.
my thing is this. Okay, let's just say, for the sake of saying it, that Iran is saying we're gonna do something to America. So do South Korea or whatever it is. Chung Un. I don't see them going over there bombing them, and they said they'll blast your ass back. Oh, excuse me. Excuse the language. I am not supposed to be cursing, but they'll blast back. See, he's going after Iran because Israel want to go after Iran so they can try to annex Israel too. I mean, Iran
Yeah, I
too.
don't like that. I don't like that. I ain't with that.
So BJ, your
I got
I ain't with
position
that.
is that it's
Hold
necessary,
on, cuz.
and Kurt, yours is that this is not necessary. What's the like the positions of everybody that's on the panel about what's going on?
I think we should let them handle their own business. They ain't got nothing to do with America.
I agree. I agree. I don't want to be.
America.
I don't. They shouldn't be. They shouldn't be protect. They protect. I don't like. I don't like what they're doing in Israel. I don't like it at
How about
all.
you, Nora? What is your position?
My position is that America should mind its own business. I think the whole fear of Iran, the fear of the death to Iran, death to America chant, everything which we had discussed earlier, is that BJ thinks this is a preemptive self-defense because America's just so scared. I think that is entirely a product of propaganda. I don't think America's facing any real threat by Iran. I think if I get a gun, my enemy's gonna get a gun. You keep there's these constant references to Iran is America's enemy, but it's like you do understand that America is Iran's enemy too, and America is a country with nuclear weapons that has used nuclear weapons. So it makes perfect sense why they also need to protect themselves. But no, America, like the idea that America is the only country that needs to protect itself. If everybody does preemptive self-defense, BJ, the world ends. Yeah.
No, we don't. We don't have issues with everybody.
You got issues with a lot of people, BJ. You got issues in South America. You got issues in the Middle East. You got issues with a lot of people.
No, not like Iran. They
Like
not. They not. They not. They're not chanting death to America.
BJ,
Only Iran is.
BJ, because the things that America has done to Iran from as early as 1950, the first time America stepped into Iran and said, "We don't like your leader. We're gonna give you a new one," was 1950 or 49 or something. America has been doing this
America has done.
for a long
America has done stuff. America has done stuff to Black Americans. Suleiman ain't talking about death to America. Curran
because
ain't.
Because this is the hand that feeds you, BJ. You keep talking about if I'm in America, I gotta shut up because America's feeding me. So there's this general concept that if I live in America, they can do whatever they want to me. They're feeding me. I gotta shut up and just say
No,
something.
I'm not saying you gotta shut up. I'm saying it don't make sense. What if you want Iran, you want another country to get one up on us? We're a superpower, right? We're basically number one. We top dog, right? What are we supposed to do? Go down to number two?
Who's one upping you?
Y'all want to go? Y'all want to go down to number three? Let me know. I'm just asking y'all a question. What y'all want? What do y'all want America to do? What do y'all want America to do? What y'all want these white devils to do that you benefit in this country? Suleiman, your family is over here. Your children is over here. You benefit from what these white devils are doing. Same thing with you, Kurt. Same thing with everybody on this panel. We all benefit from what these white devils do daily. What do y'all want them to do? Go down to number three? What y'all want them to do?
I don't think my life would change if America was number one or number two. The fact that you think you and your kids will be affected by America being 1, 2, or 3, everybody in China, England, for everybody on the Security Council, their kids are living good if they are not on the poverty line. If they're
they're not black Americans.
If they're middle class or above, the top 5 superpowers, their families is good. And frankly, I think their families is better in many of the superpowers in England and France. Their kids got better insurance, better social welfare programs. Their kids is better than the number 1 superpower. If they have a heart attack, they pay less than the number 1 superpower. So I don't think it's really a logical way to approach this is to say, if we're number 1, our kids is better. And what do you want the white devil to do? They're just protecting us. They're not protecting us.
But you're here saying that. You're here saying that.
What?
You're here saying that. You got to go to France and say that. You got to go move to France.
I would love to go to France. If France would take me, I would be there tomorrow.
You got to. Oh, they won't take you? But y'all want America to take everyone?
I have a passport, and you've been in denial about my American passport this whole podcast.
Yo, but not for real. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Listen, if French and the UK and all this stuff is so much better, if all these other countries, I keep saying it, if they're so much better than America, take Suleiman with you. And y'all need to be over there. We could still do the podcast, and I want y'all to show me. Look, BJ, I told you. Because guess what? Sade was telling me the same thing, and Sade went over there. Where's she at, Kurt? Where Sade went?
But your narrative is incorrect.
Where is Sade at, man?
She's in Thailand, but what?
She's in Thailand. Go to Thailand. Thailand must be great.
No, I'm not doing that.
You said, but okay. So you saying if I move to say Thailand or France or that America still ain't going to come? Okay, you say if we don't want to be here, go there. If America don't want to be over there, if America don't want, don't see them as, why are we over there? We need to mind our business.
Listen. All right, let's keep it real, okay? You know why they over there? They want the oil. They want the gas. They want the resources. Let's keep it real. It is what it is. And they've been doing it for a long time. They've been doing it forever, for years. This ain't just start. And guess what, Kurt, when did you serve the military? What year?
77.
What war was that around?
It was down in South America. It was the war on drugs.
Okay, so you went down there. You part of the foolish people that Suleiman be talking about. You actually joined the military and went down there and was killing innocent South American people over some fake war on drugs when the CIA was bringing the drugs over here the whole time.
Where's your beef at with all of that?
Like, stop it. We all over here benefiting off of what this white devil does.
Wait.
Can I say something? Hold on. Can I finish? I was quiet for a minute. Can I say something real quick? America, we act like we don't know what America spends its money on. Anybody know what America spends its money on? Can we all say it together? The military. Man? They spend their money on the military. Not homelessness, not schools, not nothing else. The military.
Kurt still get a check off of that too, Davon. Kurt still get a check from the white devils.
The military, from them devils.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on, can I finish? We support the military out here. Why are we acting like we don't know what America do?
I don't support the military.
Okay, this is
Yes,
what
you do. You pay taxes. You pay taxes.
You
You
pay
support the
taxes. You support
military.
the military. That's a
You don't know
fact.
nothing about my
That's for
finances.
that's for
I'm the IRS.
You better pay them taxes. You better pay them taxes. You
that's
better
for
pay them damn taxes.
And if you on here, I'm gonna say you do. That's for sure.
Okay, now y'all got
She
to
paying
rant and
taxes.
rave, especially you, Davon, when you really don't know nothing about military. You don't know nothing about
How you
geopolitics,
don't know
none
what
of
I
that.
don't know about? How do you know I don't know
Davon,
nothing about military?
let him
My
go,
best friend is
Davon.
my best friend is a Marine. What are you talking about?
Davon, let him go.
That's
We
your
gonna have to mute your mic.
that's your
You
that's
went.
your
Let him
friend.
go.
Okay. What I'm saying is this. Yeah, we know what America do, but see, we as America always want to call out somebody else, but won't take accountability when we do something crazy. You know, what he's doing is just as crazy to bomb Iran as it was to bomb Gaza. It's wrong. And stay out of people's business and you won't have to worry about it, because really Iran is just after Israel because of what Israel did. They don't like America because America keep putting all of these bombs in Israel's hand to kill their people.
Hey, what did Israel do to Iran?
Israel and Iran been at odds with each other for years.
Yeah, but what you said? You said Iran is just mad at Israel for what they did. What did they do? I don't
They
know.
bombed them. They've always bombed.
the whole world sees what
Israel bombed Iran.
Yeah, I mean, these strikes were started by Israel, but in 2025,
No. We got to be talking. You got to be talking about a long time ago, right? Or you talking about when
no,
Biden
in
was in office?
2025, they also was it
Well, they bombed when Biden was in office also. Right, that's
They've
starting at
been
2025.
I know about June
Israel.
2025. I don't know about no Biden, but that had nothing. America didn't get involved at the time openly. America said that was just Israel launching strikes at Iran, but that wasn't
Okay.
Biden. That was
America
2025.
was involved. America was involved. They supplied the weapons to Israel.
Yeah, they just didn't say they were. They weren't open. They didn't openly
So
claim
America,
genocide.
America
Okay,
got blood in
and
his hands
so
too.
so what about Russia? How y'all feel about Russia and China?
As
Because
far as what?
Russia supplied the weapons to Iran, and China supplied the weapons to Iran.
Putin's
So
been pretty good with. Yeah, I like
what
that.
country did Iran bomb? What did Iran bomb?
They
Putin.
bombed Saudi Arabia. They bombed Dubai.
When
No, they
bombed
didn't bomb Saudi Arabia. They bombed U.S. air bases because they can't reach the U.S.
They bombed Jordan.
They
They
bombed
didn't
Saudi
bomb
Arabia.
Jordan. They accidentally
They
dropped
did
two
it, bro.
rockets there.
That's
They
not
bombed.
true, bro.
They bombed Jordan.
Wait,
They
Accidentally
bombed.
dropped two rockets. In
They
Jordan.
bombed Noah people today, and Noah's mad at America. This is
I'm
crazy.
mad at
This is crazy.
BJ.
This is crazy.
What is Iran supposed to do to fight back? It's like, you think Iran's just gonna sit there and take it? Would America ever sit there and take it? I don't like anybody being collateral damage, but every time Iran shoots out a rocket to Israel, Jordan's in the way. And what do? We take them down. And where do they hit? Our houses and our whatever. But it's like, I don't think that's not Iran launching airstrikes on Jordan. That's not Iran launching airstrikes on. They're just trying to attack America and Israel. And that
the whole geopolitics is this. A lot of those countries like Saudi Arabia, because they're in bed with the Americans, they got air bases there, they got military positions in these countries. So Iran is attacking where those scumbags are hiding.
No, Iran's retaliating.
Okay, so that's the same thing Israel is doing in Gaza. They're attacking where them scumbag Hamas. The scumbag Hamas is hiding.
BJ, that's not true. They're not retaliating because the thing goes. We've discussed this at length. BJ.
Iran is retaliating.
What are they retaliating against? What is this?
October 6th.
See,
and
this is the narrative.
And what was October 6th retaliating against?
What you tell me?
Was October 6th the start of the war between Palestine and Israel?
Recently.
No.
1948. 1948.
So October 6th. Let me get this straight. October 6th, 2024 or 2023 was retaliation for something that happened in 1948?
No. In
No.
1948 was the start, BJ, but it never stopped. Every year, our minimum casualties in Palestine every
There was
year
no
since
Hamas.
1948 is 200 people. Some
Hamas
years
did not
it's
exist
thousands.
until
It's been a
1980.
nonstop situation. 2023 Jenin camp was very recent. 2023 was what? 2023 October was the Hamas thing. Before that, in early 2023, in around May, Jenin refugee camp was an entire refugee camp that was slaughtered, hundreds dead. That was right before that. 1948 is the start of when they took the land that isn't theirs
And
officially.
no. When was Hamas
And it didn't
created?
stop.
When
What?
did Hamas come around? What year did Hamas come around?
Hamas came around after 2002, I think early 2000s.
Play that video, Eli.
Early 2000 or late 90s, maybe late 90s.
The last one you just heard.
So Israel been
No,
killing
Yeah.
and oppressing Palestinians since 1948, and no Hamas was around.
And it never stopped. And
No, they had the PLO with Yasser Arafat.
until 2001, I think that's when the maybe 2002.
You see, what it is Israel had been taking people off the streets, unaliving Palestinians just for walking down the street. Them people eventually got tired of it and they retaliated. That's all that is.
2007 is the year.
Obviously.
I already know.
He just really wants us to hear this chant.
Oh.
This is what's scaring BJ.
Oh, you already knew what it was, no? You already know what it is. So you was lying the whole time. You already know what it is. Play it, Eli. Play it, Eli.
Play it, Eli. Let's see it.
Fool never saw it. Death to America. That's the whole parliament. That's the whole government.
Wait, BJ. Let me ask you a question.
Every spokesman from Iran.
That's the whole parliament, man.
But you see, BJ, how do you know that's what they're saying? They're not speaking in English. Yeah. That's something they told you.
Because Noah would have said they're not saying that.
They're not Arab. I've been
Noah would have just said they're not saying that.
I don't speak that language. It's a different language. I don't.
My bad.
Never
mind. All right.
We need a Persian. Okay, BJ, multiple representatives of
Never mind.
Iran said that when they say death to America, they're saying death to American intervention in Iran, death to American foreign policy, death to American BS. They're not saying death to American kids in Georgia. They're saying death to American foreign policy. Multiple Iranian spokesmen have come out and said that. That's how they've described it. So why are you still scared, BJ?
You assuming?
I'm not even scared.
That's what they said they mean.
I don't know.
What you said, fool? What you said? Hold on. What you said, fool?
I don't get that from that. If death to America, that's death to me because I'm here.
We got somebody non-biased up here.
But saying death upon America,
I'm good.
Especially being on the East Coast, because we have a high probability of being hit if something pops off. So, anybody chanting death to America needs to be looked into. Serious.
Okay. Let's go back. Let's go back to the beginning. Okay, these people didn't just start saying death to America. Let's go back to the Ayatollah Khamenei, who was let's go back to the Shah of Iran, who was overthrown or voted out of the Iranian parliament or wherever he was the president, and he came to America with all of Iran's money. What was it? $100 trillion or $10 trillion? And then when Iran requested that America give them their money back, they say, "Oh, the Shah is dead." Well, where's the money? We don't know. They were intervening in foreign policy there because they wanted a regime change. This was way back in in 70-something when they took the American embassy hostage with the 400-something Marines that Jesse Jackson had to go get. That was America over there in somebody else's policy saying they don't like how they run their government. Well, what about somebody that don't like the way we run our government? Do they got a right to come over here and bomb the White House? No, because we'll be like, oh, well, they attacked us. We Americans. So those people are retaliating.
Hold on, let me get to the comments. Hold on. Let me get to the comments, man. Uncle Steve said that's a good point. Americans don't benefit from this. Dawood said the only Americans in danger are those in the military overseas messing with other nations. Leave Iran alone and there will be peace. America is becoming an enemy to the rest of the world. What up, Van? Van said Thailand was at war with Vietnam or Laos a few months back. Peace and love, Score. Eli said he tired, y'all. Eli quit on me. Eli said he's sleepy, he bored, he's sleepy, and he going to bed. He quit. his first night as producer, he quit already. He going to sleep. He said he's sleepy. But to that point, Kurt, I got something for you. But go ahead, y'all. I got
a question for you, Kurt, and I've been wanting to ask this question. Who was president when you served?
Good question. President? 77. Look it up. 1977.
This nigga know all the foreign policies in the world. You don't know who was president when you served, Kurt?
Who was president in 1977?
That was your boss too. That was your commander in chief, Kurt.
You should know that better than you know Trump.
It was Carter. She said it was Carter.
I should have known when you said war on drugs. It should have been Carter. I should have known when you said that. But so you didn't feel all these type of ways when Carter was going against the American people, sending drugs to your own people through the CIA? But you went and fought for him. Hold on. You went and fought for him.
Wait, I was, we had control. At that time, America had control of the Panama Canal Zone because they helped build it, right? But in order to ship guns to this same nation that they were fighting, that they just blowed up, they were shipping guns to Iran, and to not tell Congress about it, they went under the table to finance it by shipping drugs to America. We was guarding the Panama Canal Zone. The only reason why they couldn't ship the guns like all the way around South America is because it takes a month to get around the whole South America. So they cut right through the canal zone and shipped them old M1 rifles over there to Iran when they was fighting Iraq. And then when they made peace, they tried to get Saddam Hussein to be a puppet on a string and said he got weapons of mass destruction after they were supplying both sides with guns to try to kill each other. They always in somebody else's business, and they can't even get their business together here.
That's because people like y'all won't let us get our business here together. Y'all be so focused on Suleiman religion, you war. I don't know. Me personally, I think us as black people only focus should be our kids. I don't care nothing about these devils. I don't care. I don't like none of that. The same people y'all don't like. But the stances y'all take on certain things be ridiculous and don't have no bearing on us being better as a culture and people. I don't care.
My whole stance is not on the people. It's on stay out of other people's business. And we won't even have that to work. You spending, $200 billion a day over there, but you don't have to spend. I mean, you don't have enough money to spend on affordability in America. You have to fight and have Congress fighting with each other in America, but you got $400 billion to sit out in the ocean to cause war in somebody else's country.
Well, Kurt, as long as we got people like you willing to fight for the country and its ridiculous stances, we're gonna keep going and doing these things.
Well, we gonna move on, man, because y'all just going in circles, and I ain't gonna lie.
Dave,
people that join the military ain't just joining to fight, to fight in wars and stuff. You got people that join the military just to go to school, to be an engineer, to be a doctor. Or I know niggas that got out the hood, went to the military to get out the hood and not go to jail. So everybody going to the military ain't going to fight for America. They going for an opportunity. And the military is just one of the ways of an opportunity. That's all.
Devon, nobody should want to build the future of their kids on the graves of kids in another country. If that's what it costs for, if you think a war that's killing kids in another country is what it costs to build the future of your kids, one, that's completely wrong. That money spent on that is with the money that should be spent to build your kids' future. Two, I don't know why you would want that. But
No, it's not what I
Everybody
want.
done
It's
it.
just what I realized that has been done already. It's been being done since religion and everything else. What y'all all
Yeah, that's
claiming is
true.
brand new is something that's already been done over and over again by
Especially
humanity. What
especially
are
with
we
religion.
talking about?
Especially with religion. Y'all stop acting like Islam ain't it wasn't a big factor in the slave trade. Y'all stop acting like Islam ain't go and conquer countries and murder and rape as well. Stop it. Matter of fact,
No, he didn't.
on
No,
that
he
note,
didn't. Not on the scale of white Christians. No, he didn't.
Before
hold
Islam
on.
Okay,
Persia was
but
ruled by
Hold
the
on. Let,
let's
let me
say
let
Sasanians.
no
this.
In the 7th
let's
century,
let me
Caliph
hit
I don't know.
Umar
let
ibn
this video
al-Khattab
play.
I don't know.
sent a
Let this
letter to
video yes,
Yazdegerd
yes. Let this
III,
video
the
play.
last Sasanian king. The letter said,
Just hold
"We
your
call you
thought.
to accept Islam. If you accept, you will find peace and security
Start
in
it
both
over,
this
BJ.
life and the next. If you refuse, then
That's
you
all we
must pay
saying,
the
man,
jizya."
y'all. I
Before
got you.
Islam Persia was ruled by the Sasanians. In the 7th century, Caliph Umar ibn al-Khattab sent a letter to Yazdegerd III, the last Sasanian king. The letter said, "We call you to accept Islam. If you accept, you will find peace and security in both this life and the next. If you refuse, then you must pay the jizya, tax. And if you refuse both, then we will bring to you a people who love death as you love life. If you accept Islam, you are our brother. If you refuse, we will fight you until Allah judges between us." Yazdegerd reportedly tore the letter and responded with scorn and arrogance, saying, "You are a people of the desert, living in hardship and poverty. If you are hungry, we will feed you. If you are poor, we will enrich you. Go back and don't ever come back." This response solidified Muslim resolve, and what followed was a series of decisive battles which ended the Sasanian Empire. The letter was a diplomatic and religious obligation in Islamic tradition before any conflict. If the offer was rejected, Muslims were religiously permitted to proceed with military action. The main religion of the Sasanians was Zoroastrianism, which was also practiced by the Parthians who were before the Sasanians and go as back as the Achaemenid Empire under Cyrus the Great and Darius I. Zoroastrianism was the state religion of Persia for around 1,000 years. Till this day, there's a tiny minority in Iran of around 20,000. Most of them fled to India after Muslim invasions, where they are called Parsis.
Yeah. They've been invading. Go ahead, Kurt. What you was about to say?
Okay, we all admit, you said, we was put in slave. We all admit that was wrong. See, we can't just say, well, this is wrong, but that's right, because they already been doing it. Wrong is wrong. I don't care how you look at it. But if they doing wrong over in their land and we don't like it, then don't go over there. Just like they say they don't want us to we don't want them to come to our land and we keep them out, then they should not go into somebody else's land. It's just fair. We too much into too many other people's business.
But you're bringing up a time, Kurt, where slavery was all over the world. Black people wasn't the only. See, black people have this thought where we're the only person that was enslaved. That's not true. The whole world believed in slavery. So when you talk about right and wrong, they believed slavery was right. So that has no bearing on the point today.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're saying that they've been, the narrative was that we've been doing this all the time, taking over nations. Woo, 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 woo. If that's what they doing over in their land and you don't like it because you feel like it's wrong, it was wrong when they did it to us. You know what I'm saying? Even though we're in another time frame, if it's wrong, it's wrong. I don't care if it was back in 1212. But the fact is, if you don't like it, don't go over there. And then you ain't got to deal with it. Don't let them come over.
I ain't gonna front. I'm not even saying that. I agree that it's wrong. All of this is wrong. I agree that. I'm just keeping it real. I don't want to be one of those nations. I don't want to live in a nation that's weak. That's all I'm
But
Nothing
saying.
wrong with that.
but
Nothing wrong with that.
what they doing in their country causing you to be weak?
I didn't say that. You got to comprehend what I'm saying, bro. I did not say that at all. What I just said had nothing with which I don't know how you got that from what I just said. I'm not even talking about America being. I already said I don't agree with America being over there. None of that. But I'm not going against America. I'm just not gonna go against America. Yes, they wrong. That's like my brother. If my brother had an issue with these dudes over here and it's his fault and he decided we gonna do something to them or whatever, that's just it. That's what I'm rolling with, bro. That's what I'm rolling with. I'm rolling with America. It is what it is. I don't. It just is what it is.
Cannot roll with America.
How?
They got a hatred for, America, but you don't have to be here. You can go somewhere else if it was somewhere better to be. And if it was that, I think you would go there and not be
It's
there.
so corrupt here, and it's so righteous over there. That's where you should be yearning to go. Make the pilgrimage to Iran.
That's what I
But
meant when I said we adapting the white mindset. That's the same thing the white man
What
said.
is the white mindset?
Go back
What is
to
that?
Africa. The white man said the same thing. Go back to Africa, you monkeys.
No, that's totally different.
Nobody
No, it's
said
not.
That's totally different. No, it's not.
No,
I'm
it's
not
not.
telling you to go back to Africa for one. I'm not telling you to go back. You're saying you're unhappy with the country you live in, and that country over there is more righteous than this corrupt country you live in. So I'm saying, well, go over there and be with the righteousness. Why
but
not?
When Martin Luther King was speaking out against the injustice and unrighteousness, the white people told him go back to Africa. You're right. The same thing.
No, but he wasn't saying. But he wasn't saying Africa is more righteous than America. He wasn't saying that. He was telling the white man to leave us alone, leave me alone. And I don't need them. He was telling the white man. No, he was exposing Elijah Muhammad. He was telling the white man, we don't want nothing from y'all. We don't need nothing from y'all. Just let me do me. I could get my own. Leave us alone. That's what he was saying. Come on, y'all gotta stop.
You more for this religion fight than us.
Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop that.
You be more for this religion fight than it be for us living as a people. You be more for let's praise Muhammad than us just being able to walk up and down the streets peacefully. I don't understand that. I'm more worried about us being able to live every day than us being able to worship whoever we supposed to be worshiping.
Nah, that's more important. Allah is more important than me talking about some other man. The creator is more important than human beings.
I agree.
That's more.
I agree with that, Susan.
God is number one. Yes.
God is number one.
I agree with God is number one. Cool. I agree with that. I can't know, but I can listen. I can't fight God, so I'm not going to try to. My point is, we live in a world where you say to yourself, "There's demons." I'm saying, okay, let's fight these demons too. We could put God first and foremost. Cool, but even in your own Bible, it say you got to take a step. You can't just do nothing without taking a step. So do something.
Yeah, that's called saving America because she could be righteous. America could be a righteous place. That's what.
So you're trying to save America?
Yeah, I love America. That's my country.
What? Oh, wait a minute. Wait, you're confusing me now. I thought this was the white devil's country. I thought this was the white man's country.
Who was here first?
Never mind that. Who runs this country?
How you gonna say never mind that?
Because it don't matter. That's irrelevant.
That's not irrelevant.
You can't do nothing with who was here first. Nothing. The people that was here first not even here. You can't do nothing. You can't go nowhere and say my people was here first. You don't even know where you was first. You don't even know where your roots come from. What are you talking about?
That's what Shaitan wants you to believe. He wants you to believe that it's over. Your ancestors are dead and it's over.
They are dead. What you gonna do? So what you gonna do, Suleiman? Tell me. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna take part in the greatest spiritual warfare. That's the only warfare that matters. Spiritual. You can never.
And how you gonna do it? How you gonna do that? How you gonna do that?
By raising the level of consciousness amongst our people. That's it. That's all you gotta do. That's all Allah requires of you. You don't have to do no
like hold on. And I don't even mean to laugh.
Raising your children's mindset. Instead of allowing Shaitan to take your children, raise their mindset to a level where They had
What
war
you
with
gonna do,
Allah.
Suleiman? What are you gonna do? Because you're the only one on this panel saying you're gonna lead a spiritual warfare in America or something like that. The greatest spiritual warfare, whatever. Last time I checked, Malcolm X was killed by his own people, Muslims. Martin Luther King got his brain splattered on the pavement. Everybody went out dead and their family ended up broke.
Jesus Christ. You forgot Jesus Christ too.
You going back now? You want to go back 2,000, 3,000 years, man? Jesus Christ, you ain't no Jesus Christ. What miracles you performing?
It's the same
What
thing.
miracles you performing? You don't even know if Jesus
don't
Christ
even
was
believe in
real.
Jesus Christ.
You don't even know if Jesus Christ was real. You know Malcolm X was real. You see Malcolm X. You know Martin Luther King. You know Martin Luther King was real. You see Martin Luther King, but you want to take me back to fairy tale land, and bring up Jesus Christ. Come on, man. Stop it, man. Stop it. Stop it, man.
White religion, whatever.
Why they gotta be fairyland?
Because I haven't seen it. There's no proof of any of that. There's no proof of
you
it.
choose not to believe.
There's no proof. I had that right.
Listen, there's no.
I have that right.
There's no. Is there proof of your?
I have
you
that
looked
right.
into the proof of your great grandfather or great grandmother?
I don't talk about them. I don't know them. I don't know them. If my family kept records, if my family had a book and pictures and records of it, then yeah, that'll be something different. But you just going off a book that was written by the white man. The white devil. You going off a book that was written by that white devil you talking about so much.
Yo,
that's where you got Jesus Christ from.
I learned something the other day. I saw a video. I didn't even know these people existed. There was a Chinese island lady, and she had a book in her hand that went back all her ancestors, all her language, that was able to tell you how words came up. And the first thing that went through my mind was, why none of my people got one of them books?
Because they destroyed them.
Wait. So the question is, was it pictures, Davon? Was it pictures?
No, it was a book of family trees, last names, where last names originated from, how they got their language, how they got their alphabet,
exactly,
how they people came to be, and all that.
Exactly. That's out. Just like the Quran, just like different scripture. That's our people. That's our heritage. That's our languages.
That's not the same. No, it's not.
You don't accept it.
No, it's not.
The same thing.
It's not the same. That's not the. So you saying the Quran is the same thing as your family, as your bloodline, as your roots, as your family history?
That's my ancestors for thousands of years. Yes, that's my ancestors for thousands of years.
What's your ancestry? Where it started at? Where you from? Where you from, Suleiman?
When you understand the white man divided Africa and
you going to the white man. I'm asking you where you from. You going to the white man. You brought the white man up 100 times already in an hour. I'm asking you where you from.
I'm from the continent of Africa. The continent, Akibalan.
Akibalan. Okay, so your roots past your grandfather. Okay, you claim the whole continent. That's cool. I'm not even gonna argue with you on that. What's your ancestry past your great grandfather? Where's he from? Where did he live?
You said my great grandfather?
Yeah, after your great grandfather, your great grandfather. Where did he live? Because your family, and this is sad. I'm gonna bring this up because I know your great grandfather and your grandfather and them was great men, and they actually have recorded conversations with them, with your grandfather, believe, or your great grandfather, a great man that left y'all brownstones and white stones in New York. Not Muhammad, not Jesus. Your great grandfather did that. And you want to skip over your great grandfather and try to convince me that the Quran is those your people. No, you're not living off of the Quran. You're not living off of the people in the Quran. You're living off your great grandfather. How you skip him?
Because
how you do that?
Believe in what they know. That's why.
Why not? I don't understand that. How do you skip over something that you know for a fact?
I don't skip
and go to these people. And that's all I'm doing, Suleiman.
You want me to
Listen,
go to Jesus Christ? No, I don't know Jesus Christ. I know.
I'm saying you're
I
not
know
with
what
me.
I.
You're not with me all the time. So how you gonna know? How you gonna know? I acknowledge if I acknowledge
I'm talking
my
about right now. I'm
ancestors.
talking about right now. What you just acknowledged just now was them. Those people over there, Arabs. Those Arabs over there is your people or whatever, whatever. That's your history, your bloodline. But I'm talking about what you
But I'm
know,
saying
what you
you asked
actually
me
know.
you asked me a question. You asked me a specific question about
You don't know
my
that.
deep roots. You said deep roots. You didn't ask me about a couple of years ago, generations. You asked about
Okay,
deep roots.
you're right. You're right because you went back there, but you're right. I didn't ask you that. You're right. But I'm
Now, if
just
you talking
saying,
about up to date, my grandfather, you know what I'm saying,
for
who had
sure.
a slave last name, so it's connected to slavery, right? That generation was connected to slavery. You got different
So
European last names, right? That's another
so
topic we talk about.
forget those topics, man.
Nah, you
you're,
can't. You
you're
can't because that's how you. They're the same people that joined the military. The same mindset. I'm America. America. I want to be a part of America. America. No, you was never a part of
if it
the
wasn't for people
organized
like Kurt,
institution.
if it wasn't for people like Kurt that joined the military, you wouldn't even be able to open your mouth. You
Yeah, but
wouldn't even be able to talk.
At that time, Kurt wasn't. Maybe he
No,
wasn't.
forget at that time. I'm talking about now. Because in them same Muslim countries that you praise, you can only be one way.
That's
You
not
can only be
true.
one way. You can only
That's
be
not
one
true.
way. They killed
That's
the
not true.
woman because her Hajj was off a little bit. Noah wouldn't even be able to talk as loud as she talked in America over there.
I
What are y'all
talk
talking about?
everywhere. I was born talking in Jordan. Have not stopped
No,
since.
Jordan got some. Jordan is a little free. A little free. They Islam is watered down. Jordan Islam is a little watered down because they
What's
accept
wrong? What's
homosexual.
wrong with some
They
order? What's
They
wrong
do
with some
not
order?
accept
they accept
homosexuality.
homosexuality over
No,
there.
they do not. I've never met anybody out the closet.
Well, BJ,
What's up?
what's wrong with the kids having some order? What's wrong with the people having some order and respect?
I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about kids. What I'm talking about. I mean, y'all come to America. Y'all want freedom. Noah came over here because she want money and freedom.
No, no,
Freedom
not
of what?
freedom, not freedom. I came here for money.
Noah came
I
over
can
here for
survive
some
in a
money.
Muslim country. I can
What you
survive in a
said?
Muslim country.
Okay, I ain't gonna say you can't, bro. I
I
ain't
ain't
gonna
got no
say you
problem with.
can't.
I ain't got no problem with their laws. If the law is you don't do this, you don't do that, I'm cool with it. I'm not
Right.
gonna fight them to sin and do things that's wrong.
You cannot agree. You don't every law over there, just because you don't agree with a law don't mean you're sinning.
No, what I'm saying is
It's
that
not sinful.
if the law is you can't, I can't run around with my chest out or something.
I'm not
That's
talking
the
about that.
law. That's their law. You can't run around
They
with your
got
chest out.
hold on. Okay, so they passed a law where you could beat your woman. You could beat your woman as bad as you want, as long as you don't break a bone or puncture skin. You cool with that too, then, huh?
I don't believe that's true. Bring the law up on the screen. Show me where it says that's the law. I don't believe that.
I know more about your Muslim countries than you.
And which country is that? Which country? Which
I think it was
country?
Afghanistan.
And you claim the whole Africa, so
So bring
don't
it
worry
up.
about where it's at.
So bring it up. Bring up the country you're talking about.
I got you, man. Y'all working me, man. Y'all working me. So,
Got to.
fool, what you think, man, so far, man? Because Fool's the only unbiased one up here. I'm unbiased too, though, for real. But Fool is definitely
So am I.
unbiased. What you give me a summary of what you done heard for the past hour and a half, Fool? 2 hours.
Well, really, it just seems like most people want America to stay out of business, which I do agree with. Like, but at the end of the day, I just think we don't have too much control, over what's happening. I said it once. Ever since I've been born, there's been wars and stuff going on in this country. So at the end of the day, the summary I get is just like, well, Kurt seems very neutral about it. He didn't say like anything. What's his name? Suleiman? That's your name?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Nice to meet you, brother. I'm Fool, man. Plays like TO. But
Peace, brother.
he seems to have a little salt in his, in his spirit for something for America. And I think I kind of understand where that comes from. But um, it's not beneficial. You know what I mean? Because I don't really understand for people to understand they're living in a country. They where you have a choice to be somewhere else. If you really thought it was a better somewhere else better to be, I believe you would be there.
He
Or
just talking. He
right.
just talking.
So it's like I don't understand why a lot of people, oh, the white man this and the white man that, and it's really not. You know what I'm saying? It's every man. We can't get stuff mixed up with the white man because we're in competition with all men. You know what I mean? So we're going to go at this as Black Americans. Um, I believe what Davon was saying at the beginning of the show was very important, and that's we need to focus on pouring into our children and being able to teach them how to play the game of life. And if they're going to go into the area of politics to be able to educate them how they can benefit for generations to come, because we're just talking, we got lips if we're not going to make power moves to make a change down the line for our generations. So in my opinion, we have to start just with our family structure, because the Black American family structure is broken, it's dysfunctional. So before we could really um, get into religion or politics, I think we need to handle our family business, and that's what I get out of this. From the hour and a half I've been on here, so I kind of agree with BJ as far as like why are you here in America? Not why you here in America, but if somebody goes to war with America, they're going to war with you because you're here. So you have to protect your best interest, which is your family. And if your family is here, why wouldn't you want to protect them? I yield the floor.
Thank that man. That was perfect, man. You're a pro at this.
Not respond to that.
You're a
Can I
pro
say
at
one
this.
thing in response to that? Like, just one thing.
Go ahead.
That,
Sweet.
from what I heard, that reminded me of Martin Luther King, right? Before Martin Luther King, educated
Martin
himself
Fu King.
but before Martin Luther King educated himself on world events and stuff like that, he said the same thing. He said we need to focus on America and our families and integrating and after years went by, he realized, he said, I led my people in a burning house. Meaning that you're never gonna be in America on a certain level with these devils. Right?
Never.
Never.
You really believe that with your heart and soul? You really believe that?
Only if you take the lead to transform America, the hearts and the minds and the spirit.
And that's what you're gonna do, right?
That's my purpose. Yeah, my purpose is to.
Got you.
That word "never" is powerful, and that's in my opinion, that's a defeatist mentality for you.
That's why I asked him again.
The word "never" is definitely
by that statement, you made the white man superior. You made yourself inferior to the white man by that statement. Well, explain to me how I'm wrong by you saying that. You will never be above the white man.
And that's because you got the wrong message out of what Martin Luther King said while he led his people into a burning house. You got that wrong.
Yep. Davon, you're right.
I never said be above the white man.
Go ahead.
What I said was that when you change your mindset from trying to be down with the white man, when you change your mindset to you establishing your own, like we had our own.
Bro, can you go back to the word "never"? You used the word "never." Why did you use the word "never"?
You will never, as a nation, as a black nation, you will never assimilate into the white man's constructed world. You would never exist on his level. He made his society to be superior.
All right, stop right there. You said on his level, beloved.
Never.
That's what you're saying.
You said never.
His level, right?
Yeah.
So you're going off of another person's level, and because of his skin color, you're giving him a superior level than you. That's a defeatist mentality. You can't get above him because you don't believe. You use the word believe. See, you don't believe you could get above the white man, but this is the difference. I know I can. right? Because the white man ain't different than the Asian man, the Indian, the Pakistan. There's no different than any other man. I don't see how you can give the white Caucasian persuasion so much power.
And
I'm
with
not. I'm not
Martin
giving them.
and
I'm not giving them
with
power.
Martin
Davon, let them go. Let them go, Davon.
I'm not giving the white man power.
Okay, then why you say you will never get on his level? You're not understanding your words are powerful. In your mind, you said never. BJ stopped you and said never, because that's a powerful word. In your mind, if you believe you can never do something, guess what? You never will. I yield the floor.
Go ahead, Suey, respond. Then Davon, you go.
What I'm saying is that you have to see it from the viewpoint of. I'm not saying that the white man's on a certain level. I'm saying his construct, his fairy tale level that he created and he made other black people believe in. You realize that you have black people, millions, who worship a white Jesus. He's captured the minds of certain black people where they feel inferior. So what I'm saying is that black people are striving to be a part of the white man's construct in this land. So we have to reestablish that understanding. We have to educate our people out of that mindset. They're in a slavery mindset. The white man understands he doesn't have to have black people in slave chains no more. He has your mind. He has you fighting to be a part of his culture. Fighting all these white ends and stuff. He has you like some type of person or have some type of
Sound like Tammy.
being a part of his world. The thing is that we have to get rid of that. We have to get rid of joining his military and fighting for his interests around the world. White supremacy. That's white supremacy. It's connected. There's nothing benefiting black people.
If you don't join his military, who military is going to protect you, sir?
And even if you go to a Muslim country, they have armies. They have military. Those Muslim countries that you say is so righteous, they have military.
Who's saying that they want to hurt you? Why you thinking people want to hurt you? That's the
I
white
didn't
man
say nothing
taught you
about
that.
nobody. I
Everybody's
didn't,
the
yo,
enemy.
bro, you're going
You just
off
said
the
that. You said without
bins.
military. You said without joining the white man's military, who's gonna protect you?
Who
Nobody's
said
trying to
that?
hurt you.
Oh,
They taught
sweet.
you that.
A fool said that. Okay.
They taught you to fear everybody else.
No, I was making that
When the
statement because you said something about the military, like
I
joining.
mean, that's common sense, bro. If America doesn't have a military,
when the pilgrims came to America, they was freaking scared and had anxiety. They thought that Native Americans wanted to kill them. No, that evil spirit existed in them. They had a plan, just like Israel. They got the same freaking plot. They like the pilgrims. They going around killing people, stealing their land. Just like America stole Native American land. I'm saying that's evil. I'm saying Allah, God is not down with that. That's evil. And in the end, Allah's going to judge that. People who down with evil and down with spreading white supremacy and teaching people that you're inferior. If black people knew their history, their ancestral lineage in the scripture, if they knew that everybody in the biblical figures was black and had nappy, kinky hair, that might help their self-esteem. But otherwise, they're being taught something different. They're being taught that the white man's God and the white man died for your sins, and you're supposed to be subservient.
we don't even got. I ain't gonna lie, bro. We don't even have to. We don't even have to speak like that. Nobody up here believes that. I don't even want to talk about black people that believe that. I'd rather focus on the black people that don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? Forget the black people that believe that.
Those are the ones that train their kids.
Let them do what they do, Suleiman. I forgot. You're trying to save the world. I forgot. You trying to save the world, save America, or whatever you're trying to save. You know what I mean? I don't care about them at all. I don't care about who you talking about. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Like I said, Malcolm X cared about his people too. That left his family dead. I mean, not dead. That left his family broke though. That left his children broke and left him dead. Martin Luther King too, same thing with him. Stokely Carmichael, everybody that cared about their people, care about your family. Care about your family. Let's start there. You know what I mean? Let's get into some of these compliments.
Care about your family mean you willing to tell your family the truth. It's not about playing a role so you get hired and you could be a part of the system and make some money and that's caring about your family, just trying to get money.
Who said
No, it's about
that?
educating.
I don't understand how you take something like
saying
that.
you. I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. I'm talking about
Why
in
even
general.
bring that up? Why even
Because
bring that
that's
up? I said
those
care
are the
about
two
your family.
sides.
You said care about your family is not getting hired and getting a job. And what are you talking about? Everybody
So
can't work for themselves, Suleiman. Everybody
will
can't
you tell
work
your
for
family about
themselves.
will you tell your family
Some
about
people
Tulsa,
have to work for
Oklahoma,
somebody.
or we
Some
forget the
people have to
history?
work for somebody, bro.
Do we talk about Tulsa, Oklahoma, or we forget the history? Because we
Listen,
don't care about those people. Those
let me
people
say
that
this,
was long
man.
ago.
You talking about not white working for this person and not working for that person, right? Your
Right.
grandfather worked for the white man, and you're
Yeah.
benefiting from your grandfather working for that white man. He
That
wasn't trying to save. He wasn't trying to save
that's
America.
not true.
He wasn't trying
He
to
came to
save.
Brooklyn with no money.
He wasn't trying to save you. You're not making sense, my brother. He wasn't trying to save
How you
America.
BJ? Let me tell you my history. My grandfather got
I
fired.
said your grandfather worked for the white man and you're benefiting from that. You said that's not true. He came to
That's not
Brooklyn with no
true.
money. What are you talking about?
He came to Brooklyn
Okay,
with no money.
he came to Brooklyn with no money. Great. He never had a job, Suleiman?
Third grade education.
Did he ever have a job?
His last job was working for the white man. He got fired, and he said, "I would never work for the white man again." Then
Okay,
he started his own businesses.
Okay, all right. Let's go there.
That's what I'm benefiting from. I'm benefiting from my grandfather stepping up and using his creative mind. And he had a third grade education, but he didn't allow that to stop him from envisioning bigger and greater things. He established his own businesses. The first steam laundry in Brooklyn. He had a moving business, furniture business. That's because of him. That's him tapping into his self, tapping into the Most High,
For sure.
the wisdom, and he created his vision, and he worked at it, and he put it
And
together.
my point of even bringing him up is saying he wasn't trying to save America and black people and all that. He was trying to save his family, make his family great, make sure his family you're living and benefiting off of what he did 80 years ago.
In the beginning,
You know what I'm saying?
And then listen. In the beginning, it was about
know
his
what?
family, and then he
Do your
progressed.
thing.
He
Do
became the
Suleiman.
Black Association president. He started
Do your
helping
thing.
other black people. It wasn't forget black people. I'm telling you,
I'm not even saying forget black people. I'm not even saying that. But do your
You
thing.
just said that he wasn't worried about helping black people, saving America.
I'm sure he did that. I know this for sure. You cannot save everybody else and benefit your family. Be beneficial from your family. You can't. You can't. I haven't seen one person that done it.
Can I ask a question, BJ, to the panel?
Not one. Go ahead, fool.
Who has life insurance on the panel?
I got about 3 of them, 4 of them.
What
Three.
about you, Suleiman?
Yeah, I was
Y'all
looking
got
for
life
that.
insurance?
I like insurance
got
too.
it.
Oh my God, bruh.
Fool, you hit that on the money. I wasn't even thinking about that. You hit that on the money, fool.
Yeah,
You
you're right
talking
about that. Yeah,
all
you're right
that
about
stuff about your family, and you ain't even protecting your life.
You hit that on the money. You need to do that tomorrow, bro.
You got car insurance though, don't you?
that.
You got insurance on your car, don't you? And you talking all of this stuff about your family and spiritual and all of that, but if something happened to you, we're gonna have to do a frisk fry. That's what's gonna happen. We're gonna have to do a GoFundMe.
Nah, I could attest. They ain't gonna have to do no fish fry. He'll be straight. But you right though, fool.
What I'm saying, because a lot of us don't have the legacy to pass.
I get your point.
And you may be affiliated with a family that may have that, but your immediate family is your immediate family, and I don't know.
That's a fact.
You have any children? So,
yep, he does.
You can have grandparents, cousins, and siblings that may be well off, but that's not going to protect your legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Only you can. So, in my opinion, that means if you are serious about the stuff where you are saying about protecting your family and leaving them something, that's what we need to start off, because as black people, that's where we go wrong at. We don't insure our lives to give our families something after we leave. So I take pride that I'm actually worth more dead than alive.
Man, I just said that in the gym, fool. I just said that in the gym last week to the brothers. I said, yo, I'm really a millionaire. I'm really worth millions. I was talking about life insurance. I'm talking about my
Nah,
life
you right about that.
insurance.
Nah, you definitely right about that. You got a good point.
I just said that. That's a dope jewel. That was on point, fool. Dawu said we are patriotic Americans who support righteousness. We don't support evil. He said it's lower. What up, What up, Naima? He said it's lower than in America. Okay. He did not say never. Yes, he said never. We all heard that, Naima. We heard. We can't deny the American government are bullies. We need to mind our business sometimes. I agree with that. Exactly, Kurt. Unnecessary and corrupt. Naima's just catching up. Israel is pure evil. We don't have to go anywhere. We built this country. We are Americans, but everything our government does is not right. We do too much. That's why we all have these problems with everybody. I agree. We do too much. But if you don't like it, I'm just saying, if you don't like it here, you're telling me, you're trying to convince me that over there is where the righteous people are, and they're righteous, and they're, Allah's gonna bless them and all that, then why not go over there? Go over there. Why be over here? Why be over here with the white devils and the corruptness? Go ahead, Kurt. You've been quiet for a minute.
I don't think, especially not me. I'm not saying that they're righteous, because all men do evil stuff.
All.
But
all nations.
If we're talking about protecting America, let's protect America in America.
I agree.
Stay out of somebody else's business. It's just like they said, we protected America against the Maduro regime, and they went down in their country and stop them before they come into our country with the drugs. If you come across that certain international line with drugs, then we'll blow your boats up. We don't go to other people because I promise you, to take one of them battleships from America all the way over into the Strait of Hormuz, you know how much that costs a day? Up in the millions. Up in the millions. If you take that money and leave them ships at our port for in case somebody attack us, you could take that money and not put it into the boats over there. You could put it into society here. That's when America first come into play. Not go over there and cause havoc over there, and then after we cause havoc, say, "Oh, that's a S-hole country," because we didn't destabilize their country. We in too many people's business, like we ain't got no business of our own.
Because it's a chess game we don't understand. I think we out of our league, man. They've been playing war with the world been playing chess, with the world forever. Like this.
I told Dawood that this morning. I said this is chess.
But if you declare somebody your enemy, if you declare somebody your enemy, the person you declare your enemy becomes your enemy. So yes, he wants to attack you back, just like you coming over there and attacking him.
Well, I guess that's where BJ was coming from, where he was saying they're saying death to America. So that's sending out an attack.
Yo, it's different. They did. Yo, if you look at the moves, they're different. They're attacking military bases and embassies, stuff like that. And schoolgirls, civilians. They know that there was girls in that school. They dealing on some other evil warfare type tip. It's different, bro. They moving different.
Are you saying some evil? What are you saying? Like stuff that's
I'm saying if you study what's going on, Iran is not targeting civilians. They target even in their country. They're targeting military bases. That's all they're targeting. They're not targeting civilian innocent people. America targeted innocent schoolgirls in a freaking school. They knew that school was full of girls. They knew that. So to me, that's a different wicked. That's a wicked warfare type stuff. That's wicked. You know what I'm saying? They're not playing.
So when Iran hit the luxury Dubai Hotel Fairmont today, what military base was in there in that hotel?
Show it on the screen. I don't believe that. Show it on the screen.
Airport. I heard the airport got hit too. I don't know.
Show me the Dubai building that got hit by Iran.
This is the narrative that I don't get. America has military installations in Dubai. They got them in Why do we have our bases in somebody else? Are we protecting somebody else's country? I thought we were supposed to
You
be
see,
protecting our own.
I don't even think you understand the spoiledness you hearing that, Suleiman. America don't get attacked often. We got 9/11 and Pearl Harbor. That's it. We don't understand
Good
missile
point.
attacks coming to our country every 10 years, 5 years, every year. We don't understand what that type of life is like. We don't know what missiles mistakenly hit anywhere. We don't
That's a
live
good
there.
point.
Exactly. So my point is, how you going to tell somebody and say, "Oh, look, they saying death to America," when you don't know what they going through? You don't know what happened to their families. You don't know what experiences they went through. Nothing. You just saying, "Oh, they saying death to
But
I
America."
I
agree
could
with
They're
say,
that.
I
bad.
could
After that,
say,
we shouldn't
I could
be.
say this. I could say this though. I know this. I know
What?
what your family, what your history, what your ancestors went through at the hands of America, and you don't wake up and say death to America. You don't say it.
No,
I
I'm
know
saying because
that.
I'm trying to transform America.
Yeah, but I'm saying you know what happened
I'm
to
playing
your people,
diplomatic.
your ancestors. You know what happened to your people, your ancestors right here in America, not too long ago, and you not waking up saying death to America.
Okay, because I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't immediately tortured. I wasn't immediately hit with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nobody bombed my family. It's smithereens.
That's the point.
So I can't even fathom that reality. So I can't tell
But
somebody
earlier in
how
this pod, you
they
said
gonna
you
respond.
sympathize with that.
You definitely did. You
I
definitely
sympathize
did.
because I'm a spiritual person. That's why I sympathize.
So
I'm a
you
But
spiritual
you
can't
person.
can't
sympathize.
Help.
sympathize with that because we
You
don't
you
understand that life.
you
That's why
can't
I said
sympathize.
that earlier today.
You can't
What
sympathize with your own ancestors, but you could sympathize with the Iranians.
who said I don't sympathize with my ancestors?
I thought that's what you just said. You can't sympathize with that.
I didn't say that. I
Oh, my
sympathize
fault.
with Jesus. I sympathize with all the prophets. I sympathize with different events that happened throughout the
I'm talking
history.
about your ancestors from about 100 years ago in
Yeah,
America.
the way I sympathize with them is educating myself and learning and teaching others to come out that slavery mindset that the white man put on us. That's how I sympathize by putting some action, some work in, not just crying and sympathizing with people. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta put some work in. You gotta make
Here you
things
go. I
better.
got you too, cause you keep everything I say. You tell me I gotta show you. Here you go.
Pakistan has very serious concerns about the treatment of women and children.
What's up, Karina?
Because the Taliban have
Aloha.
legalized domestic violence. The new 90-page criminal code was signed by the Islamist group's supreme leader, and the legislation of domestic violence is not only against women, but also allows husbands to punish their wives and children, as long as
And
it
the
does not
kids.
cause broken bones or open wounds. But it gets worse. In the case a husband causes visible fractures or injuries in cases of obscene force, he could face only 15 days in prison. But that is if the victim can prove the abuse in court. The women are expected to show their wounds to the judge while remaining fully covered. For context, a married woman can spend up
Be
to
for
3
real.
months in prison for visiting her relatives without her husband's permission. This move from the Taliban has drawn criticism from activists. A new penal code in Afghanistan has very serious concerns about the treatment of.
Yeah, he wanted me to show him that. Suima, I gotta put you gotta unmute your mic when you're ready to talk, because there's too much noise in the background.
How dare that?
My my thing is this: we don't like their policies. I don't agree with a lot of the Islamic policies in different countries.
Man, they dragged them women, man. They dragged them.
Okay, well, they rape children here. If we're talking about the Epstein file, but would that give another country the right to come and blow up the White House?
No, that's not what we even talking about. That one has nothing to do with the other. I'm showing
We
Suleiman
talk-
something he didn't know.
We
about.
talking about mistreatment of children or mistreatment of people. Whatever that government is doing, if they people don't like it, then they'll make a change. We need to focus on America and our own families.
All right, we got that message. You said that 5 times. This is Afghanistan. You talking about Iran? That happened to Iran. I'm showing Suleiman from earlier because he said show him because he didn't believe what I was saying. So right now I'm just showing Suleiman what I was talking about earlier because he wanted me to show him that. I'm not saying we should go bomb these people because they because they beating their women and all that. I'm not saying that.
But what I'm saying is, it seems like America always want to be this righteous consciousness for the world, but don't want to take accountability for their unrighteousness. You know, we need to focus on America. If we talking about America first, and I'm down with that. You know what I'm saying? Then our military should be in America. Yes, we do need America to protect us, but we don't have to go over there because they're not a threat to us over there because we shouldn't be over there.
I agree with you, Kurt. We good. We hammered that point. We hammered that point tonight. Go ahead, Davon.
I was just gonna say, Kurt, the difference between over there and here is called a legal system. When you beat a woman's when you assault a woman over here, it's called domestic violence and you go to prison. Over there, when you beat a woman, they don't prosecute, it's just okay. It's called a justice and penal system. That's the difference.
The
Okay?
difference is we have our penal system and they have theirs.
Yeah, let me play this video, man.
Theirs is none of our business.
Once again, I'm only showing these videos as proof for Suleiman. That's it. I don't care what they law is and what they do over there. I don't care about it.
BJ, a 15-second video is not no proof. Come on, you're talking to somebody who's intelligent. Not no proof.
Bro, I don't.
How is that proof?
All you do for real, all you do is everything that's already in your mind, whether you see it or not, you're just stuck on that way. You feel me? It don't matter. It don't matter. You just told me to show you it. Every time I say something, show me it. When I show you it, you telling me it's not proof. But Suleiman, you can read it. You talking about all this history and these books and all that. Read what's going on in Afghanistan today, not thousands of years ago. You never seen Jesus, but you believe in Jesus. You never seen Muhammad, but you believe in Muhammad. You never seen none of these people that the white man done put in these books because the Quran come after the Bible. The white man wrote these white Christian devils that you talking about wrote the Bible. You never seen none of these people, but you believe everything in there. But when I'm showing you something for yourself, I'm showing you something, you don't believe it. I can't with you. I can't. I can't. I'm not showing you nothing else. I'm done. I'm done. I give up. What up?
A lot of people, when they say, "Oh, you got to show,"
give up on me, BJ. Don't give up on me.
BJ, hold on.
I give up. He working me for no reason. I just went through all that. He said, "Yo, I don't believe that."
Wait.
What?
BJ, you sound just like Noah when she crashed out on you. You know?
Yo, man. I don't. Naima said, "Good job, Eli." Eli is asleep. Eli went to sleep an hour ago. He quit. Allah put us here in America to clean up this mess we got going on here. We don't need to go nowhere else. Okay, now y'all gonna clean up America. Okay, good luck. Good luck with cleaning up America. Go ahead, Noah.
Okay, I need to just respond to Davon's point from earlier. Davon, first of all, he was talking about the justice system, about how America has a justice system. It feels like it really does feel very confusing to have somebody like preach the justice system of America as that much better when, of all people, I feel like the Black population should know that the justice system serves whoever it's protecting in every country.
Yeah, I ain't
so in Iran, there is a justice system. It just serves whoever it's protecting. You know, and it's like the people that think that America is the only, they go to jail for a lot of things. You get caught with eighths of weed anywhere, you go to jail. Like there's laws on drugs, there's a justice system, even domestic violence. Like last month there was this video going around for weeks in Jordan about, in Iraq, but it was going around in like a couple countries of this couple that the husband was caught having an affair on his woman, and because he abandoned his wife, he went to jail for like 3 months for that because the woman had him on video. People go to jail like they have justice system with weird rule. They think abandoning your woman should
So I
get
gotta
them to
hold
jail.
on,
So
hold
it's
on,
not like
no.
women are
Suey, I
completely
gotta mute your
protected
mic.
and
It's
there's
too
no
much
jail
noise in
system.
the background. Just unmute it when you about to say something. Go ahead, no. My bad.
I was just saying this whole idea that we got justice system and they don't. They got a justice system. It's just doing different shit. We all got our own moral compasses from the religions that inspired our countries, and I feel like a lot of Americans think it's just anything goes there. You can beat your woman. Even beating your woman gets you in jail in many circumstances.
But
Jordan closed a lot of these
not in
loopholes.
Afghanistan.
But it's like America has just as many loopholes, and when America didn't give
It
a
does.
hoot about a certain segment of the
It
population,
does.
they got away with rape, with everything. Just last week, we were
That's a
talking about
fact.
a black 9-year-old boy being accused of, I think it was sexual assault by an
Sexual
old
assault on
white
that white
lady,
woman. Yep.
like in Flatbush. So that's happening today. You're gonna preach your justice system?
That's a fact. That's a great point, no, and I agree with that. I don't rock with the justice system here. Yo, Karina, who wrote the Bible then? White people didn't write the Bible. Who wrote the Bible?
I really don't know. That's a good question.
Who wrote the Bible?
There's two
didn't
versions. There's two
didn't
accounts.
didn't the Hebrews write the Constantine and them niggas wrote the Bible or something? The Hebrews or
The
something?
Old Testament, I think, was written, but I don't know about who wrote the New Testament.
Hebrews and the Greeks.
And the Greeks, right?
Romans.
Because I know the black Egyptians and them didn't write the Bible. Black people ain't write that Bible. Africans history is on the pyramids. It wasn't no Christian or Islam then.
Message. Let me respond to Noah real quick. Noah,
Go ahead, Devon.
Yes, I get what you mean by the law serves do it who it wants to sometimes. That's true. However, some cases, like domestic violence, for example, because that's what we on, right? If someone beats their female violently, they deserve to go to jail. Now, some people might have a lawyer like Noor and get you less time. Some people might be convicted felons or be in the wrong system and they get time to go. That don't matter. You're going to jail regardless. Just because you black, white, or whatever you are, you're going to jail for domestic violence. And that usually determines on your pockets in America, not your skin color.
Wait, what did you say? It's determined by what? Not your skin color? I didn't hear that word.
I can't hear you. No, I'm coming.
What is it determined by?
Pockets. Your pockets.
Oh, yeah, that's supposed to be better.
That's what it is in America. That's what it is.
Like, it's a little better, but it's not that much better because one of those things to also coincide because of the way America has designed itself. So ultimately, even if you just go where the money is at, ultimately the money is mostly concentrated with the Jews and the white people.
My thing is this.
It's a screwed up justice system if it works like that. I also feel I'm very critical of a lot of things in the American justice system.
My thing is this. Every religious transcript says, he who is without sin cast the first stone. Who am I to judge what their justice system is? If we live up under a certain justice system, and we got to adhere to that justice system because we were born here. Yeah. Whatever justice system they were born up under, that ain't our business. It's not my business how many wives he have. It's just not. That's their justice system. If they want to change, if they want to change, then they'll change it.
But we all admit that beating on women, just because we are all physical, no matter what race we are, where we born, we all understand males are stronger than females, no matter where we from, right? We understand that if a male punches a female in the face, it's going to hurt a whole lot more, right? We all get that?
Okay. Yo, listen. We gonna nip this in the bud. We not gonna listen. Hold. We not gonna stay on this all night, man. We this one topic, bro.
I don't believe this video.
In Afghanistan, They passed the law where the men could beat on their women, they beat on their wives and their children as long as they're not breaking bones and causing lacerations. The end. That's it. I was just showing it to Suleiman. But Suleiman, I'm gonna show you this also. This righteous Muslim country, Iran, right here. This is what they beefing over.
AI.
At least 8 people are reported to have been killed
Don't do
in
that, no.
protests in Iran after the death of a woman who was arrested for unsuitable attire. Mahsa Amini, a 22-year-old from Iranian Kurdistan, died in custody last week after she was arrested by the morality police. It sparked nationwide anger, and the protests have spread to at least 50 cities in Iran and numerous major cities worldwide. Rallies have been held in Istanbul, Amsterdam, Berlin, and Toronto. Women have played a prominent role, waving and burning their veils, with some cutting their hair in public and in videos posted online. Nasiba Shamsi is an Iranian woman living in Istanbul.
It's a revolution that started with the murder of a young Iranian woman, and it will not end easily. Many of my friends are in prison, or have been killed, or have had to leave their homeland because of the hijab issue. In Iran, women are suppressed.
Javad Dabiran is the spokesman for the National Resistance Council Iran, based in Berlin.
People in Iran no longer want a dictatorship. They openly oppose it. They are tired of Khamenei, mullahs, and also of the Shah. They want a republic based on the separation between religion and the state. That's why we are here.
With no signs of the protests easing in Iran, the authorities have now restricted access to the internet, according to the group NetBlocks. Armani fell into a coma while being held by the morality police, who enforce strict rules in Iran, requiring women to cover their hair and wear loose-fitting clothing in public. The circumstances surrounding the death are still unclear. Police are rejecting allegations that she was beaten, saying instead that she fell ill as she waited with other detained women. But her father says the police are responsible for her death. A top aide to Iran's supreme leader has paid condolences to the family, promising to follow up on the case. Shamsi hopes one day things will change in Iran.
Today, men and women in Iran are together in wanting to destroy the Islamic Republic forever. Women in Iran must be free, and I hope they'll be liberated in Iranian society. And when women are liberated, then the whole society will be liberated.
On Wednesday in Tehran, hundreds shouted "Death to the dictator" at Tehran University. Reuters could not verify the video's authenticity. The UN Rights Office have called for an impartial probe into Armani's death.
What? They dragging the women over there. they dragging the women, man. But that's probably you. Suleiman don't believe that neither, though.
But they raping the children.
Last time I heard, Iran said that wasn't the hijab. They wasn't obligated. That was the law of the country. So I gotta look into that. But that situation, if it happened, that's wrong. Yeah, I don't support that. That's wrong.
Good answer.
That's like some Sandra Bland type stuff. You know, you get arrested.
Exactly. That's what it reminded me of.
That's wrong.
Go ahead, Noah. Go ahead, Noah. What you got to say? All day. What you got to say, Noah?
I don't know. I just feel like if I were to tell you guys, imagine this was Iran, and then I were to pull up 3 videos of the ICE shooting and the Jeffrey Epstein. If I were to put the email up of somebody saying your litless girl was the naughtiest and then redact the author of it, and if I were to tell you that another country in the Middle East was doing it, everybody would be like, they're so bad. We got to go change their leader. But when
I think
America
that
does it, it's like y'all just don't hold yourselves to the same standard almost. You zero in on crimes that you're not familiar with. But realistically, from our point of view, we've never seen that happen. That's just as crazy. The pedophilia that
point.
is like a regular Monday to y'all. Like that's a very unusual crime to
What you
me.
mean? What are you talking about in America? What are you talking about?
I'm saying
Pedophilia in
if
America?
you were to judge, if you keep judging foreign countries based off of these things are so crazy that they're happening, but there's a lot of things in America that are happening that are equally as crazy from a foreigner's eyes. But you think that that's just like a few bad apples in America, but then you put up a video like that of one girl got killed. Okay, well I killed a girl a month ago.
No, I
That
don't.
was fine. You died a week before that.
I
You
don't
felt
think
that was
that.
fine.
No, I don't
No,
think
Not
that.
you. I'm not saying you.
Once again,
It's a hypothetical you.
Once again, I sit up here all the time and I get on them niggas. I get on everybody.
I'm just saying that culturally there are some crimes that we're accustomed to. There's things that I grew up like. Let's say even the simplest example is child labor. I'm immune to thinking child labor is wrong because I grew up and it was normal. People was driving taxis like at very young ages. It was fine. So here I see outrage about child labor, but that's just okay. I understand there's certain crimes that are certain cultures do more that the West thinks is like horrific. There's things we agree on like murder, but there's also things like pedophilia is very, very crazy in a lot of countries where that thing is not normal. People with money don't just get to fiddle with kids. That's an American concept. The rich and powerful get to do crazy things and get away with
Hey yo, everybody.
criticize everybody. Just look at their own. Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror. Let's just preach that.
No.
Iran, so let's focus on American problems.
Okay, so
a lot of bad apples to work on.
we got it. Everybody has bad apples. I'm showing Suleiman once again when I play a video because tonight we're all about Iran. Okay, and over there, right? So when I play a video, y'all don't have to keep saying Kurt done did it 4 or 5 times already. Oh, the Epstein's file, pedophiles over here. We already know that. We already went through that. Because this is something new. Let me keep talking. Let me go. This is something new. Suleiman didn't know. Y'all obviously didn't know this stuff. This is new. How long we gonna beat this in the head about Epstein and them babies? They're not doing nothing about it. They're not locking no one up about it. Okay, it is what it is. I don't agree with none of that. What are you talking about? I don't play with the kids. This is new stuff. I'm just going over new stuff and I'm showing Suleiman something. That's it. That's it. I'm not saying look at what they doing over there in America is great. I'm not doing that. Get off of that. I'm not doing that at all.
Coming off like that because it's not new stuff to me. I've been known Iran does this. I've been known Afghanistan does
Suleiman and people don't know.
No, but not all the country. Like some people
don't know.
this and it makes the news every other cycle.
Anytime BJ exposes some evil or falsehood anywhere, I'm with that. It don't matter where it is. If he's exposing some
people
evil,
don't know.
I'm with that, and that's not Islam. Now, as far as the ratio, and statistically, and how many people actually doing that, that's where I differ. Because America is rampant with that,
and I agree with that. I actually agree with that. I do agree that Muslim countries are actually safer. We know that. Dubai, you can leave your money on top of a car and go in a building and come back. Your money will still be there because of the extreme penalties for things. If y'all remember, I'm the one up here, fool. This is crazy because I'm the one up here that was saying I agree with this, I agree with that punishment. Nora accuses me of being a police lover and all this other stuff. She wanna free everybody out of jail. Kurt, man, this is crazy. I can't believe y'all even saying this stuff.
Kurt wanna what?
Y'all go against me every time I bring up harsh penalties for all these goofies, not the pedophile stuff. I'm not talking about that. But it's plenty of times I've been up here like, yeah, man, they asked me to go to jail forever. Yeah. The death penalty. Let's talk about that. I'm the one saying, yeah, they need to get the death penalty. Oh no. Yeah, we not supposed to be killing people. Man, come on, bro.
BJ, that's a false narrative.
The Muslim countries get the death penalty. You, Davon, and Noah been up here arguing with me over the death penalty all year. What are you talking about?
I stand
BJ,
on it. I
that's
don't
a
believe in the
false
death penalty.
narrative
Y'all can do what
because
y'all want. I stand on
you
not believing in
yourself
the
in
death
that
penalty.
podcast said, I would prefer them to just get life and spend the
I
rest
can't
of
hear.
it as opposed to the death penalty. I
No,
agreed with that.
no. You don't remember me and Kurt saying that? You don't remember Kurt saying that he don't agree with the death penalty? Wasn't y'all against the
I
against the
am
death
very
penalty?
against the death penalty.
Kurt is too. Kurt was too.
But
Now
not
he's
in, you're taking it in a light on crime way. I'm taking it in a, I've seen too many wrongful conviction cases and America is justice system.
no. I'm not even talking about you. No, I
I don't know what
understood that and all that. But now Kurt, Davon.
Yeah,
Let me ask you a question.
yeah.
Who is against the death penalty on this panel?
I believe it's me and Noah, and I forgot what Kirk stamp was on it, to be honest. But I know you are with it. I know me and Noah was against it.
And I remember arguing with you and Kurt. Kurt was against the death penalty. And against the death penalty and firearms.
Wait, did you or did you not say you prefer somebody to spend 50 years in prison? And that would be punishment because having to spend time in prison for the rest of your life, death is an easy way out.
No, I said that before, but it depends on the situation, whatever I was talking about at that time.
Now you changed it. You did say that.
I'm not changing. I just said I said it, Kurt. I said that before, but it was on the situation. If somebody, it wasn't about murder, because I'm automatically saying, all right, if you kill somebody like Trump is saying, man, if that person kills someone, they need to be put to death. I'm with that. But I was talking about some other stuff. I think we was talking about it might have been a rape charge or something else. It was something crazy. And I said, nah, he could sit in jail for 50 years in a solitary confinement or something. That'll drive somebody crazy too. That's punishment too. But I'm telling you, I was up here arguing with y'all over the death penalty. Y'all wasn't with it.
My thing with the death
I
penalty
don't
is
know
just
what you're
don't make
using
no
it to prove.
sense. You can't say it's wrong to kill people, then kill
I
somebody.
forgot what was my point.
Me too. I forgot what I was talking about before.
I forgot what was my point.
I don't know if y'all just seen the news footage, but 70 years after the man was convicted of a murder, they gave him the death penalty, but they exonerated him, found that he was not guilty. He was at the hospital with his girlfriend having a baby. Now his son is 70-some years old, and now they just now saying that they wrongfully convicted him.
Yeah, you got a lot of cases like that for sure.
Yeah, so put him in prison for 50 years, 60 years. I guarantee you,
it's still 70 years. It's still 60, 70 years gone.
I'd rather be,
but he ain't dead.
I get
I'd
it.
rather be dead than 70 years.
You come
So
home 80 years old after doing 60 years in prison is better than being dead. I got you.
But you just as close to death as anything. But then that's when the reparation. That's when they start paying them. Okay, we're gonna give you $100,000 for every year you was or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's still
he'll end up with $6 million, $5 million for 60 years.
But see, the death penalty is permanent. It's permanent. What you gonna say? Oh, I'm sorry. You convicted the man wrongly.
My bad. Karina, let me get into some of these comments. Karina said the Jews, Hebrews, and the Greek wrote the Bible. Greeks are definitely white. The Jews and Hebrews around that time, I'm sure they was white too. What year the Bible was written? Like 600-700 BC? They might have been brown. They might have been tan. They might have been tan. They might have been your complexion, Kurt. A little lighter than you. Rules and regulations. Depends on
the Old Testament was written BC. The New Testament was written sometime AD.
Depending on the state. Naima say y'all don't get it. Naima, you gotta slide that bar. You behind. This is our home regardless. We know how to move here without following the corruption here. Okay. Karina said eye for an eye. That's true. I agree. There go Naima. I agree. You could be here without following the corruption. Everybody been complaining about Trump since he been president. Why are they still here? That's a good question, Naima. That's a great question. and Kurt the main one complaining about him. Kurt and Noah.
Cause he ain't gonna be here forever unless
You ain't gonna
y'all.
like the next president either.
Well, if I don't like his policy, that's my choice.
You went and fought for one's policy that you didn't like.
And it's my choice. I got a choice to choose if his policies is to better America, I'll go for that. If it's to better himself, then he ain't for everybody. He for himself. You know.
I'm gonna get my man Jacob up here. Since you don't think I don't know nothing about that military, I'm gonna get my man Jacob up here. And me personally, I like the military stuff. I listened to this one dude who all he talk about is past military events and past wars and stuff. That's the only reason why I know as much as I know. Because I listen to the true facts about the situation, and it don't be 15-second videos. It be 2-hour-long videos. I got nothing else to do while I drive trucks and drive vehicles and listen at work and stuff. I listen to things that be historical facts.
Okay,
if a 15-second video could have historical facts in it also.
It can.
Just because you listen
true.
to a video for 2 hours, it just means you're listening to a video for 2 hours. I can obtain the same information in 15 seconds that you obtain in 2 hours.
Yeah,
all they gotta do is get to the point.
True,
That's
but I
it.
like details in situations, man.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. I hear some. That's how I get to the two-hour video. I listen to something that had 15 seconds on. I be like, oh, I want to know more about that. So I listen to the whole video. I look up a whole video on it. You know how many times we listen to? I learned about y'all talk about somebody I never heard of before. I look up the whole video on the person. That's how it should be.
Go ahead, Kurt. You was about to say something?
I can't remember. It's just
Fool, what you think, fool? What's the next? What's the summary now? I gotta get a summary from you every 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's a good show, man. I'm about to, it's great. It's crazy you called. I'm about to wrap it up for the night. This was a good show, though. You know,
I'm not too far behind you, man. I just want to play a couple more videos, but man, appreciate you coming through, man. You already know. You welcome anytime, bro.
Yeah, man. Whenever you want, man, make sure you let me know if I can. I'm in here, man.
I got you.
All right. Y'all follow me, Players for Life CEO on social media, yo. I'm out of here.
And Truthful Talk.
Have a good night.
Radios.
All right, good night. Yeah, that's what we need. We need more unbiased people up here.
Well, hey, BJ, let me correct you about something. It ain't that I dislike Trump. I dislike his policies.
The big homie's here. What's up, man?
Hold on, Kurt. Let me mute this nigga, Mike. Go ahead, Kurt.
I can't even hear my name.
Go ahead, Kurt. Go ahead, Kurt. Let me just mute his mic. Go ahead, Kurt.
And this is why I say I don't like his policies. Okay, and it's not that I'm biased. Just like they deposed the Clintons to talk about them being in these Epstein files, which broke a precedent. You know, that presidents normally cannot be ordered to testify in front of a Senate committee. And if they do sign a subpoena for him to appear, normally they could just say, I'm not going. And they don't have to because the Supreme Court ruled that they don't, or whatever it is. But if that's the case, why don't they subpoena Trump? They keep wanting to say he's not in the Epstein files when they redacted, what they say, how many times he been mentioned in it? Yeah. So depose him. Let's hear what he got to say. Their narrative is this. Oh, he answered questions to the media all the time. Yeah, he also lies to the media. But he don't. If he go to Congress and lie, they can hold him in contempt. That's why they not subpoenaing him. If you gonna subpoena one president who you got pictures of in it, then let that apply to everybody.
Kurt, I'm just gonna say this, and I'm not gonna keep talking about Epstein, bro. Like we've been on that for months. There's nothing going on with that. They're not locking no one up. But this is what I'm gonna say. We all gotta agree. If they had something substantial on Trump and them Epstein files, they would have brought that. They would have exposed him while they was running for the presidency. Biden and them administration definitely would have exposed it. They would have exposed it.
The courts determined that they couldn't. A presidential candidate, you can't prosecute.
Not even forget prosecuting it, just expose it. Listen, Kurt, do this. Why don't you go look at the files? The files is up. Go look at them. Go look at them and bring them. Because I'm not looking through 3 million pages and all that.
I have
but you could y'all do know that there's a hotline you could call, and I could say Kurt did XYZ to this little girl on Epstein's Island, and Kurt's name will be in the Epstein files. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah, but it'll say that. So you can distinguish the level of involvement. There's some people that's in there for anything to do with Epstein.
And that's all I'm saying. The level of involvement. One thing that's factual is Trump never went to that Epstein's Island. Never.
What?
That would have been exposed already.
I mean, there's some.
Trump never went to that Epstein Island. Pull it up. Show me. You saying what? Like you know something?
No, I'm just saying.
I know.
No, not you know. Kurt said what? Like he knows something other. He never been to that island.
I know they
he were in the files.
I know he went. I know
you still talking about he was. Everybody's in the files that know the man. That the man knew. Everybody's in the files. Everybody.
So people that they deposed to testify in front of the House committee, why didn't they depose him?
I don't know, Kurt. I don't run the government. I don't know. You keep asking me why and all this. All I know is he never went to the Epstein Island, and if they had anything substantial on him, they would have exposed it. I don't care if they would have leaked it. I don't care. They don't have to bring him in front of Congress, but they would have found a way to get it out to the public. Point blank, period.
They did leak something where this young girl said that Donald Trump.
It's not real. It's not real, bro.
They threatened the girl. They threatened the young girl.
Okay, let's say if you want to believe that, then it is what it is, man. You know what I mean?
And they not exposing it now because he controls the department of the DOJ.
He don't control them.
Yes, he do.
He don't control them. The Jews control him.
The Jews control him.
The Jews control all of that. If they wanted to expose him, the DOJ was just trying to put the nigga in jail. What are you talking about? The FBI and all of them was just trying to lock him up. They just flipped on him last year. He don't rock with them like that. You want him to be guilty so bad.
Who's over the DOJ?
Just pull the information up.
Who's over the DOJ right now?
Just pull the information up. The Jews.
Who's over that dude?
Israel.
Cash Patel. Cash Patel.
Okay.
And the only reason why they released it now is because Congress passed a law where they could release unredacted files only to the Congress. You can't go to the public because there are some people in there that are innocent.
No, that's not. So see, this is what's weird. This is what's weird about y'all. You want to believe all these things about Trump, but then you want to believe that the only reason why they don't redact it because they trying to save the innocent people. No, the only reason why they don't redact it is because they trying to save the people that's really in there. That's billionaires, bankers, and all these people that run this country that's really in there, and that's what's messing with them little girls. That's what they trying to do. Like Bill Gates, them higher ups, like Bill Gates and them niggas. For some reason, they exposed them. I'm surprised they even exposed him. You know what I'm saying? But come on, man. Come on. Like, they want to save the people. The people that was raped or molested or whatever is in court. They came to court.
Some of them.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
And
y'all believe what y'all want to believe, man. Y'all don't use no common sense. Y'all just believe what y'all want to believe, man.
But what common sense are you using that Trump is not in there?
The common sense that if he was, if I'm not saying he's not in there. Just because he's in there don't mean he was molesting the part of the pedophile stuff. I'm not saying he's not in the files. Everybody's in the files. Even people his enemies are in the files because he was talking about them, emails about them and stuff. You just because you're in Epstein files don't mean you was being a pedophile.
I'm not saying
Stick
that.
to the
All right,
facts.
so why you keep saying it?
But they redacted certain names,
All
and
the redactions came
they
out.
no, they didn't. And then the victims, the little girls' names in compromising positions, they exposed them people. But under the law, they wasn't supposed to expose the victim. They were supposed to expose the people that actually were involved.
Karina, I brought you up.
No, correct
What's
me if
wrong?
I'm wrong.
What's
Ain't
wrong with
all the
your phone?
redactions coming out
I'm
slowly
here.
but surely?
Nothing's wrong with my
Oh, okay,
phone.
okay,
I'm
okay.
here.
I thought I saw you in the comments still. Okay.
Because at first
No,
it was like
They
I'm
at
only
3
sick.
million
released.
pages.
They
Now it's
only
at 6 million.
released. They
I
released
don't know,
three
bro. I'm
million
about to
out of
play
the six.
this video, bro. I ain't about to keep talking about Epstein, bro. Like, come on. Yeah, you've been talking, Kurt. You've been talking about Epstein for the past 2 months, and you ain't
Because
come up here with no information about nothing. Bring some
because
information. You just talking about what you hearing. Bring some information. Be for
because they
real about it.
have.
Hold on, Kurt. Let me just finish what I'm saying. Be for real about it. If you're gonna be for real about wanting to get to the bottom of it, bring something factual. Be for real about it. Don't just be up here talking and
If they
nothing to
release
back up what you saying.
if they release the files, that's a fact that
So
they
you
ain't
talking
released
about
all of them.
something that's not even released that you never even saw? You
What
just
I'm
repeating
saying,
what you heard?
they released 3 million of the 6 million. And in each turn, Donald Trump name is redacted out of it. But when the special counsel went to investigate that, he already said it was enough
Hey
evidence
man,
to
listen
convict
man.
him.
Hey, just say he's a pedophile. I don't even care. I'm not defending that nigga. I don't care.
I think he is.
This is
Okay.
not okay. I no longer gonna support Democrats.
Peace,
You
Auntie.
Iranians, none of you should support Democrats. I'm honest. Honestly, I'm livid. I'm livid. I'm done with them completely. Just acknowledge the truth. Islamist Marxism is a terrorist entity. 90 million Iranians held hostage for 47 years because of your silence.
That's no people.
American people, this is not about being politically correct. This is not about Islam. This is not about religion. This is about a cult. I beg you, I urge everyone, Democrat, Republican, please stand for people of Iran. This time, please stand by us. I beg
You
you.
go, girl.
I
You
beg
go, girl.
You went and got a gay Arab, right?
I ain't went and get
That
nothing.
was not an Arab.
And he definitely wasn't even Arab. He wasn't
Or
even
whatever
Arab.
he was.
He was
He was
Spanish.
Iranian.
He was Spanish. That nigga's Spanish.
He was sweet as a 10-pound bag of sugar.
So his voice matters.
It sure do.
برای اینکه سالها با شما بجنگیم از پیشرفت
Hold on. No. Translate this.
ترین
And tell the truth.
امکانات امروز برخورداریم. اول جنگ هرچی ته انبار داریم میزنیم. اما در ادامه قوی ترین موشک هامون رو خواهیم زد. اون چیزی رو که تا الان رو نکردیم و به قول ما بچه ایرانی ها تو آب نمک خوابوندیم اونها رو هم این روزا رو خواهیم کرد.
He said Trump should know that today we fired the old stockpile missiles. Soon we will unveil weapons you have never seen before.
Yeah, we did. What I see is
And I quote.
self-defense.
And I quote.
Is that not self-defense to you?
Yeah.
I'm glad we can agree on that.
It's self-defense. I'm not biased. When it is what it is. I ain't biased. I'll tell the truth. What's up? What happened?
I'm trying to remember what I sent you on Instagram.
Oh yeah, I be trying to. Y'all gotta remind me. I be trying to get into the stuff y'all
You
send me.
made today the Iran session, so I thought I wasn't allowed to talk about nothing other than Iran.
No. We can talk about other stuff. We've been on Iran long enough. I'm tired of Iran. Between Suleiman and Kurt, they trying to get to the pedophiles.
Because, you know, if we're going to be holding everybody else accountable for stuff, we need to hold those people responsible for destroying children.
Yeah, but you need to get the factual stuff so we can hold them responsible.
The Democrats need to get back control of the House and the Senate so that they can.
Y'all had control. Y'all had control the whole time and didn't say nothing. It wasn't until Trump got in office, until the Epstein, because he was speaking on it, until the Epstein stuff came. But why would you say that?
The law.
Why would you say that?
The law would not allow them
and all
to.
The Democrats is in the files. All the Democrats, all of them. Why would you say that?
Democrats been running this country for centuries.
They've been running it though.
And failed this
There
country.
she go. There
They
she
had
go.
They had 8 years of Biden. They had 8 years of Obama, 4 years of Biden, and nobody said nothing about Epstein. And all of them was cool after Epstein. And all of them was cool after Epstein was sentenced and sent to jail for sexual assault and rape.
They had 12 years of Bush. And 8 years.
That was before Epstein. Stay with us. That was before Epstein. Stay with us now. I'm talking about after Epstein.
Epstein been around for a lot longer than you think.
I'm talking about 2010. He was convicted of sexual assault, rape, whatever he was convicted of. These people were still with him. They was cool. Oprah, all of them. They was still. All the Democrats were still cool with him. They was getting money from him. Hakeem Jeffries, all of them. All of them.
Visiting the island.
All of them.
Donald Trump stated that he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago because he took his girl.
Trump is the one
I didn't even want to bring.
Come up.
I didn't even want to bring. I don't even want to bring that up. There's no need to bring that up. Let's just talk about them. I don't even need to. We already said Donald Trump kicked them out and called the police on them and all that.
Because he took his girls. If he took his girls and was doing some inappropriate stuff, what was Donald Trump doing with the young girls?
Oh, okay.
Why would he do all of that and have them bring out the files?
I'm sick.
Hold on, y'all.
I'm getting over this shit got me in tears. What happened? Bill went in there and fucked everything up. Goddamn donkeys. Yo, why your man Bill gonna go in there and say this? Look, no evidence of wrongdoing. According to Republican chairman James Comer, Clinton testified that Trump has never said anything to me to make me think he was involved in Epstein's criminal activities. A falling out. Clinton reportedly recounted a conversation from the early 2000s where Trump told him he was no longer friends with Epstein following a disagreement over a land deal. The same thing he said, in 2004 that happened over the crib, because Trump got the crib. Everything Trump was saying is all lining up. Look, yo, these motherfuckers is some donkeys. Look, he say, deferral on further testimony when asked by Democrats if Trump should also be called to testify. Clinton replied, that's for you to decide, you goddamn donkeys. That's the nail in the coffin, man. Game over.
At least Clinton kept it real, and they enemies. And
Democrat.
I respect Clinton for keeping it real. Hey, y'all don't like Charlie Kirk. No, you say you don't like Charlie Kirk, right?
No, I don't.
Why not?
I stand on it, no.
I don't share most of his opinions, but that's not why I don't like him. I don't like him personally because of the way he expresses his points. I think he's very dismissive and acts all holier than thou and like he knows everything. But in reality, he's been wrong many times and changed his mind. And a lot of his takes are pretty horrible.
Oh. Okay.
But there's probably, I could find 2 to 3 things I agree with him on.
That's the reason I heard yet.
I'm sure you agree with this one. I'm sure you agree with this reason right here.
I'll be right back.
He did switch to Palestine's side before his untimely death. I agree with that part.
That's a question. I mean, maybe the answer is yes. Maybe the answer is, you know what? They were wrong about Iraq. They were wrong about Syria. They were wrong about Afghanistan. They were wrong about the Taliban. They were wrong about Libya. They were wrong about the Arab Spring. They were wrong about Yemen. They were wrong about the Arabian Peninsula. They were wrong about the 9/11 hijackers being Saudi Arabian. But hey, 10th time's a charm. This time we're actually right. Yeah, you're gonna have to earn our trust in this one.
That's when they knocked him off when he started speaking against the Jews.
He had some really great last words. The last few months, he was being pretty wise about the international, like the U.S. foreign policy.
That's the same thing they did to Martin Luther King. His last few words. Once they start switching up, they knock him off.
I feel like he's just getting a little too much of the MLK parallels. But I
No,
see
I'm
it
not
in
talking.
a
I'm talking
specific
about.
way.
I'm just talking about. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
talking
I'm
about
just
that. I'm
joking.
not talking about no Martin Luther King. Nothing like that at all. Oh, I'm just going through some videos, y'all. What's up? What up, Karina?
Naima said, "I can't be mad to anybody who's
Okay.
honest."
That's a fact. That's a fact, Naima.
Yeah, I
That's a
totally
fact.
agree.
Me too.
I agree partially. I feel like I could be mad at somebody who's honest, but also rude or just.
I respect honesty.
I
I
respect
respect it.
honesty,
Right.
but not without anything else.
That's why I don't even mess with Trump. But I respect any nigga that's gonna get up there and be a man. He's a man's man. I'm a man. When I see a man acting accordingly as a man and standing on what he doing, what he's saying, and telling you how
Mm-hmm.
he feel and running a country, whether you don't like him or not, but through all this, through all everything that he done been shot at, nigga, all this stuff this man done been through, I gotta respect. I gotta salute him. Like, man,
And he do what he
you
say he gonna
tough.
do.
You tough. And this man 80 years old. Yeah, you tough, bro. You tough. I respect that. But I don't respect the way Israel got their hand up his butt. I don't respect that at all. I ain't. That's when I flip. Nah, I ain't messing with him. Mm-mm. I thought he was gonna I thought he was gonna be thorough with them too. But I see he not. I don't know what Israel got over the US government, boy, but they scared of Israel.
Wait. Wait.
That ain't
Let me ask
just
you
Trump.
something. You. Is that her? Yes, you. Is that her job? What is that?
It's a job.
Okay. So why do you wear that?
To cover your beauty and your body.
Well, you're not beautiful. You are an ugly fat cunt. So what are you really
Shut the
covering?
fuck up.
You're a nigga.
I don't know why.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, I'm just all over the place. I'm just all over the place. But I don't know why. I don't know why I find him so funny, but I do.
You always send this.
Yeah, I find him funny, dog. I ain't gonna lie, man. I find him entertaining.
No, some of them are good. Some of them are a little much.
Like that one.
Oh, what about the state of address? Yeah, we didn't speak about that. How y'all feel about the state of address when Trump said, if you're pro-America, Kurt, are you for American or are you for illegal immigrants?
America is made up of immigrants. So what? No, what he tried to do is
do you put America before illegal immigrants?
Yeah, I put America before anybody.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna get up and clap for you because you want to be you want.
No, nobody asked you to clap for none of that.
You mentioned the state of address when the Democrats didn't get up and clap for him, and you're like, look at them, they crazy.
He didn't ask you to stand up and clap. He said stand up if you're for America before over illegal immigrants. He didn't ask you to stand up and clap for him. He didn't ask you to do that. They missed their opportunity to be pro-America. For real,
Why I gotta stand up?
You ain't gotta stand up, bro.
I wouldn't stand up for him either. Cause he asked.
You're not standing up for him. You're standing up for America. See, that's the difference. That's the problem.
He's standing up. He put that question out there for some political points.
To stand up for America, and the Democrats could have got political points if they would have stood up for America, but they didn't.
So why is it that he's locking up some legal immigrants?
I don't know who he locked up that was legal. I don't know. He didn't lock up anybody, to tell you the truth, but I don't know who got locked up that's illegal. Who got locked up that's an illegal immigrant? Who?
The one girl they just had to release. The one dude they sent over to Angola or wherever they sent him to, he wasn't
Yeah,
illegal. He was going through the
I don't
process.
know.
Elon
I don't know.
Omar. See, she was born in Mogadishu, Somalia in 1982, but she wasn't a feed the children Somalian. No, she was part of the privileged elite. See, her father served as a colonel in the Somalian National Army during the rule of Siad Barre, the military dictatorship in which human rights organizations have documented severe abuses, including mass killings, torture, and widespread destruction of civilian infrastructure. Civilian deaths estimated as high as 200,000 people. But that's not all. When the regime fell and Somalia descended into civil war, her family fled. They spent years in a refugee camp in Kenya before they were granted asylum into the United States. Later, she became a naturalized citizen. Fast forward, in the United States, she aligned herself with the Justice Democrats, the same political action committee that held casting calls to find AOC and Rashida Tlaib. And they aligned perfectly with the ideology she grew up with in Somalia and promotes today in Minnesota. See, the sweeping structural reform and expanded government authority in areas like policing, economics, and foreign policy. Some may even say that the turmoil and chaos in her city looks a lot like the beginnings of a civil war. Isn't it funny how people's worldview is shaped by their early environment? The question is this what we need in America right now?
I know y'all. You for whoever. Nah, never mind. I'm just going through some videos, y'all.
Okay.
Oh, he said protect. Yeah, that's what he said. He said protect Americans over illegal immigrants.
To join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle.
Oh, not only that, he said to join with my, so he wanted to be bipartisan. That's what you be talking about, Kurt. We need a bipartisan government. He asked to join with my administration to unite America.
If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
They all sat down. Stand if your duty is to protect Americans, not illegal immigrants. He didn't say stand for me. Look at him.
And to have political discourse make them non-Americans?
I don't know what it make them, but I know they not for America.
They don't agree with his. They don't agree with his immigration policy.
Yeah, well, they don't agree with the immigration policy, whatever. But they're not pro-America. They're not America first. That's what it is.
Yes, they are.
They would have stood up.
They doing everything for the illegal immigrants.
They not standing up, bowing down to this garbage that he's talking about. Because where was the American?
How is that garbage? How was that garbage?
Where was the American first that he's talking about when they killed that girl? Where was the American first when they killed that man? So, don't say that you for America first and you killing Americans. Stop it.
Oh, okay. Here go that Bible talk, though.
British missionaries printed a Bible for enslaved Africans. But it wasn't meant to free souls. It was meant to control minds. 90% of the Old Testament, gone. Half of the New Testament, erased. Moses leading his people to freedom, deleted. Verses about liberation, wiped clean. But every command about servants obeying masters, kept. Joseph's story, twisted to prove submission gets rewarded. The Haitian Revolution had just happened. Slaves had overthrown their masters, created a free nation. Plantation owners panicked, so they weaponized God himself. The official title, Select parts of the Holy Bible for the use of Negro slaves in the British West India Islands. Only 3 copies survived. This wasn't censorship. It was spiritual warfare designed to keep millions in chains. They literally rewrote God's word to justify slavery. And yet, enslaved people still resisted.
That is such nonsense. I don't know who the hell did that. That is all nonsense.
So they didn't rewrite. They didn't use the Bible to keep the slaves enslaved.
No. What is there in the Bible that is control or put into slavery?
What you think, Suleiman? I
Show
think I'll
me
let you
where
handle
it
this
say
one.
for slavery. That is
Yeah, I mean,
nonsense.
certain Bible verses did commentate on slavery as far as like submission and obeying.
Yeah, obeying your master. Yeah,
So they
submission to
did
your
use
master.
that. They did use it, but they also the slave wasn't allowed to read, so they wasn't able to read the context behind certain things. They just was reading it to them, and they worded it the way they wanted it. But as far as understanding the context, the slaves wasn't allowed to learn how to read. So the white men
Slaves
did a
that's
lot.
not allowed to read. What that got to do with the Bible? And where does it state in the Bible?
The
Tell me
Bible
what
was
scripture.
rewritten. The Bible was rewritten for the purpose of keeping the slaves docile and submissive. That's a
It was
fact.
never rewritten. The Bible it has all the same wording.
How you
What
gonna
was
say
it rewritten?
it was rewritten? They just showed you when it was rewritten.
No, that's bullshit. That clip
How you
you
gonna say
quoted is
if you
bullshit.
don't know the history, you can't call it bull crap? How you don't? I know that they used the Bible to keep the slaves enslaved, regardless to what. Forget that video. I know they did that.
How
But
would
we can look that up.
you
I'm not gonna say it was
use the
rewritten.
Bible to keep the slaves into slaves? It doesn't make sense.
I'm not going to say it was rewritten, but like I said, they kept the slaves from reading the Bible or learning how to
Let me
read.
play it
But
again.
that ain't got nothing to do with the Bible, with the people not letting the slaves learn to read. That has nothing to do with the Bible.
They took certain things out of the Bible. They did.
It said they took out the Moses part, this part, that part,
Where?
and
What
made it.
Bible don't have the scripture of Moses? Show me a Bible that don't have
I
any
mean, that's
scriptures
not
of
even
Moses
realistic, but
or
this
anything
is what we
in
could
there.
do.
That's false. It's false.
BJ, I'm not going to say they took it out. I'm going to say they ignored it. They ignored certain parts. You know what
Well,
I'm
then
saying?
that's the masters. That has nothing to do with the
Let me
Bible.
play
The
this. Let me
Bible
play
wasn't
this video one
created
more
to
time.
put people in slaves.
British missionaries printed a Bible for enslaved Africans.
Okay, British missionaries printed a Bible for enslaved Africans. Y'all don't believe that?
All right, I
British British missionaries printed a Bible for enslaved Africans. Y'all don't believe that?
Okay,
No,
I believe that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, can I say something about this Bible? Okay,
Go ahead,
the
Kurt.
Bible verse that, and this just had this on a whole nother topic about the Bible. It says in Luke, in which Jesus stated that the kingdom of God is not a physical location that people can point to, but rather it is present within or among them. It says, neither shall they say, lo here or lo there, for behold, the kingdom of God is within you. So heaven ain't something way up in the sky that you're going to experience after you die. When you die, you're going to go in the dirt.
Naima said they had Nat Turner read only certain parts of it. That's what they call it in New Testament. Right, Auntie? They couldn't read. Nat Turner could, and they used it against them. That sounds realistic. And Naima, it took for Nat Turner's spirit to kick in and say, this ain't right.
But
the original Bible is the Ethiopian Bible, which was hidden in case the Europeans tried to steal it. Let me read this, though. Let me read this, because it's easy.
Wow.
It's easy. The Slave Bible was a heavily redacted Bible published in London in 1807 for British missionaries to use in the Caribbean, designed to convert enslaved people while preventing rebellions. It intentionally omitted 90% of the Old Testament and 50% of the New Testament, removing passages about freedom and escape, such as the book of Exodus. Come on, how's it bullcrap?
Huh?
No, I agree with that.
I know they did. Those are the games they play. Just like they take stuff out the history books in school today.
Yeah, but that was probably their own interpretation.
That's
of
what the
Bible,
video
whatever they
said.
did. Yes,
That's what
but
the video
Bible has
said.
the Bible has
The
always
video
been the
said
Bible.
that, Karina, but you heard Bible and got offended. Tried to
Yeah,
defend
that is offended. Whoever try to manipulate our
y'all gotta
Bible
stop. Y'all
stuff,
gotta
that
stop
will
doing that.
offend me.
Y'all gotta stop doing that. The truth is the truth. Y'all gotta stop doing that. When you hear the Bible, when Suleiman hear the Quran, it triggers y'all emotions and y'all can't think logically. It happens every time.
Nah. You can't throw me in that.
So a difference is
It happens every time.
you can't compare
Watch this.
our
Watch this.
Bible to what
Watch
other
this. Hold
people
on.
did.
Hold on. Watch this, Kurt. Watch this, Kurt.
So BJ, this
Go ahead.
is the
I hear you,
difference
Karina.
between me and Suleiman. Okay, this is the
What's
difference
that?
between me and Suleiman. What them people did that ran slavery, whatever they did to manipulate slavery has nothing to do with our original Bible. Our Bible has always been there. Now, if they wanted to create their own Bible to do some shit to the slaveries and all of that stuff, so be so. That is them. That is not our
That's what they did.
Bible. Now, the difference is when you bring facts and things like that with the Quran and things, it's a denial. So that's the difference. I ain't never denied my own Bible. Our Bible has always been the same. So what they do,
The Quran, the
you
information
can't
in the
put that
Quran is
to
pure.
our
The information in
Bible.
the Quran is pure. It's the truth.
Oh no,
Jesus.
it's not. There's many false things. We
Remember
went through that.
the Quran was established while Prophet Muhammad was alive. The Bible was created 300 years after Jesus died. Remember that.
That is a lie. That is a
That's not a
lie.
lie.
You guys,
That's not a
Quran
lie.
was made
The
hundreds of
same
years
time,
after
the same time.
Muhammad was
No, it
dead.
wasn't.
Our Bible
No, it
was
wasn't. No, it
written.
wasn't.
Yes,
The
it was.
Quran was.
We
The
have
Quran was established 23 years.
documentation. Show me,
Then
please show me that you guys have manuscripts and all of these things from day one. We do. We have from the
No,
written
you
when
don't, because
Jesus
the
was
Bible has
alive. We have
anonymous
written.
authors. The Bible has anonymous authors.
Majority of
Nobody
everything
knows who
that
wrote
we
certain
have
parts.
in our Bible is in the Old Testament. In the
You
Old
don't believe
Testament.
in the Old Testament. You say you don't believe in the Old Testament.
I never said I don't believe in no Old Testament.
Yes,
That's
you
not
did.
what I
You said
said. I never
that's
said
Old
I
Testament.
don't believe in the Old Testament. Our Old Testament will never be the New Testament. So that's incorrect.
We're not into that. We don't believe. We don't believe God
What
changed
David
his
said,
mind.
everything is prophesied into the New Testament. Jesus was
okay,
already
never
in the Old
prophesied that.
Testament before he even was born. So
okay. The
That
Bible.
information
it's
comes soon.
impossible for me not to believe the Old Testament.
If the Bible is the truth, it says that Jesus died and ascended to heaven. But Jesus said heaven is right here among us. So how did he ascend to the present?
What did you say, Kurt?
Jesus, they say Jesus died and he rose from the dead and ascended to the heavens with his Father, as though heaven is some place way up in the sky that we ain't gonna get to until after we die, right? But Jesus himself said, neither shall they say, lo here or lo there. For behold, the kingdom of God is within you. The Spirit of God, all of this, what someone said out of this, or what, God is love, God is peace, God is everything good. It's within you. It ain't in a Bible. Heavens ain't up there.
Nah, you wrong there, Big Kurt. You wrong there, Big Kurt. All the prophets, all the prophets taught that paradise is a different realm. It's another reality. All the prophets taught that.
But it's within your spirit.
But every man has a higher self and a lower self.
Exactly.
So you can't say paradise is just in everybody.
So heaven
Some
and
people not live
hell,
in paradise.
but heaven and hell exists within you. It's that choice of wrong or right.
Right, but yeah, but the definite the permanent paradise is a different realm. The permanent paradise and the permanent hellfire is a different realm. It's not on
Okay,
this earth.
so then that leads me to believe what they say in the Bible, their Bible. It says KJV, King James Version. He said, Jesus said, "For behold, the kingdom of God is within you."
They don't go by the King James version.
No, but if you break it down, he's saying the
Naima
spirit.
said,
Allah beside you.
Naima said, Prophet Muhammad actually has a grave.
True.
And so did Jesus, but they moved the body.
Jesus don't got no grave.
Yeah, because they
I think
moved
my
it.
Wi-Fi.
Auntie said, preachers go to theology school to learn how to preach what is allowed by the powers that be. Facts. The Quran was compiled while Prophet Muhammad was alive. The 23 years he was a prophet, Hadith was written after. From where he was 40 to 63 years old when he died. Hold on. Oh, shoot.
This Allah, and why do I have to submit to him?
Allah is the first beast in Revelation 13, and the Hajj al-Aswad, also known as the Black Stone, is his image, just like I explained it in part 1. The Kaaba is called the Qibla because the Prophet Muhammad wanted his followers to worship the image of his god, Shiva, without the Muslims knowing. The formless stone is called Yoni or Shiva Lingam in India, because Shiva of India is actually Allah of Arabia in disguise. That's why you see the Muslims worshipping the Shiva Lingam just like the Hindus.
This is shirk. Most of the lingas that you're offering to are stone lingas, all right? A stone linga which is kept for worship or whatever else it may be, if you don't feed it with some kind of fat or oily material, either ghee or milk or something like this, it will crack. It'll become brittle and crack over a period of time. So, periodically you have to apply either oil or ghee or milk or whatever you like, something through which the stone can absorb fatty material so that there is integrity to the stone. So once you're worshipping something, you don't want it to crack up.
Can you now hear my point? Muslims are unknowingly worshipping the stone because of the lies they told them about the origins of the black stone.
Kissing the black rock that is in the Kaaba, for those of you who go to Hajj or Umrah, and touching the Kaaba blesses you somehow. Or giving special wholeness or sacredness to the beads that you make dhikr on, the masbaha. Let me explain. The rock, the black rock itself, there is nothing special about you touching it. It will not do anything. The only reason you touch it is because the Prophet ﷺ touched it and kissed it. So it's out of practicing what Allah sent the Prophet to teach us. And why did he touch it and kiss it? It's a form of respect for where this rock came from.
The Narmada River is one of the most sacred rivers in India now, unfortunately, home to one of the world's largest dam projects. The Tantrics believe a stone from the gods fell from the heavens into the Narmada River at a site called Omkar Manhata.
Did you hear that? Hindus also said that their stone came from heaven. You now see the truth? Islam is a continuation of Hinduism. That's why Allah
So now
said
they
all
copied
the
off of
Muslims
Hinduism
will
too?
fire,
They copied
along
off
with
of
the false prophet, Muhammad.
Christianity
Here a
and
person
Hinduism?
said, Messenger of Allah,
that's definitely
where is
a
my
lie.
father? He said, he is in the fire. When he turned away, he, the false prophet, called him and said, verily my father and your father are burning in hellfire. This is what's waiting for all the Muslims if they refuse to accept Jesus as their Lord and Savior.
There you go, there you go.
Yeah, that was some bullcrap.
A Christian made that video.
Yeah,
I
that
knew
was
it.
some
A Christian
bullcrap.
made that video. They lying.
They
That was
want to
some
scare.
bullcrap.
They want to scare you into heaven.
Yeah, that robot voice. They lying. They just created that. But that was that imam that spoke. That answers your last time. your question last time, BJ. That video, he answered it. They only touched the black rock and kissed it out of respect for its origin. You know what I'm saying? They don't worship the black rock, the black stone. It's
It
just a
looked
form
like
of
they
expression.
it looked like they worshiping it to me.
But Suleiman, that is a form of worship.
That I don't know why he keep trying to defend it. I don't know why he keep trying to defend it.
One thing they talked about.
I don't know why he keep trying to defend it.
Don't you hug and kiss your mother or your father? You worship your mother and father because you hug and kiss them.
No,
you cry.
I respect my mother.
Exactly. They respect where the black stone came from. They just told you that in the video. So why are you gonna say they worship it?
You just said that video is bullcrap.
What I said,
I said that part's true. I said that part's true. The part where the imam was speaking is true.
Yeah, I'm not even talking about that video. I don't even care. I'm talking about what I see. I don't need nobody to tell me what I see.
Even the teachers of Jesus said that he went up in the temple and found them worshiping idol shrines and selling in the temple. And he got mad and turned over the table.
Wait. I'm not even. I'm from the Show Me State, man, Missouri. That's worshiping. That's not respect. That's worshiping. Allah Akbar. That's worship. That's worshiping. Stop it. Just say they wrong. Don't try to defend it. Just say they wrong.
All I know is if you ask any Muslim in the world, do they worship the Kaaba? They can say no.
I don't know about asking anybody. I'm looking at that.
Ask any Muslim in the whole world, do they worship the Kaaba or the black stone? They're gonna say no. We worship Allah. Allah is the unseen. Allah is the non-physical. They're gonna tell you that. So you could come with what you believe, but the whole billions of Muslims say they don't worship that. They worship Allah, who's the creator of the universe, the heavens, and all in between. So, I mean, that's what it is. If you ask any Christian, do you worship Jesus? They're gonna say yes. He's God in flesh. So you got one group saying they don't worship nothing physical, and you got one group saying yes, we do worship Jesus Christ. He's God in the flesh. He's the Son of God, and He's God. They don't know which one is he. He's the Son of God or He's God. They don't know, and they worship Him as an idol, which is paganism, which all the prophets spoke out against, including Jesus Christ. So I mean, but you can accuse Muslims of saying they worship something, but none of them is going to ever say they worship.
I'm not accusing them of saying anything. I'm accusing of what I see them do. Not what they saying.
Something and kissing it. They're kissing something and touching it. That doesn't mean they worship.
They shouldn't be bowing down to anything. They shouldn't be bowing down before no object at all.
Well, from my knowledge, they bow down to Allah. When they go around the Kaaba, like I said, everybody can't fit in the Kaaba. So when it's time for prayer, they're bowing down to Allah.
The Kaaba is not even open. The Kaaba is not even open for anybody to go in.
Exactly, because they can't have people in there. They don't want nobody in there. It's too many people. The Muslims gonna start fighting and stuff.
See, this is what I say about religion. They see Kurt. I say, watch this. Remember, Kurt. She just had to defend. Karina had to defend the rewritten Bible, and now he trying to defend the black stone because they worship.
See, the thing about it is, and I've always thought like this: religion is man-made. You have authors. You have the authors. The Spirit of God don't live in a religion, out of a religion, because the religions have authors. Muhammad was an author. If they say he wrote the Quran, he's the author of that book.
So, Kurt, let me ask you a question. Kurt. Is God organized? You think God is organized, or God is just like random stuff? Everybody gets.
God has order in your spirit.
So how does Allah confirm the truth to man? He confirms it through the prophets teaching the same exact message. That's how He confirms it. He don't confirm things because people say they're spiritual.
But how did He refer those messages to the prophet? See, he went into his spirit. See, God speaks to man's spirit.
Right. And the same
And
truth
so but the books don't speak to nobody's spirit. It's somebody else. It's called his story. His story is his interpretation of what God said.
Yeah,
And
books are literature to maintain to preserve the message. That's the point of literature. Literature preserves the message. If everything's word of mouth, the message is gonna get lost. If everything's word of mouth, somebody's gonna lie and say something that's not true. So that's why the Quran was established to all the scriptures is established to preserve the message. You understand? Because human beings change words, they change things. That's why the Bible was corrupted, because they tried to change things. And then Allah sent another prophet, Prophet Muhammad, to set the record straight. This is the truth. This is something that somebody else created. The Romans took the truth and twisted it and made it into Greek mythology. They took Jesus and put him in place of Zeus and different Greek gods and all this stuff and created their own religion and took it away from the purity and the natural order, and Allah reestablished it through the prophet. That's the reason why Allah sends prophets, because the message get lost in translation. You understand? That's why you have scripture. There's nothing wrong with scripture. Yeah, man wrote the scriptures. It's recorded. It's recorded knowledge from the prophet's mouth. So you're gonna have somebody who's gonna record it. You know what I'm saying? But the wisdom and the knowledge that's in the scripture is from Allah. That's the divine spirit. That's the divine truth. That's the spiritual essence, right?
but God comes to every man in his spirit.
No, he don't. No, he don't.
What?
Some men choose to be down with Shaitan. Everybody, Allah gives an opportunity to every man, but every man, some men choose to listen to Shaitan, their lower self, and they choose to represent for evil.
Yes, God gave every man a choice to receive his voice or his message of good and bad, good or evil, peace or war. And
so you're
it
right.
doesn't.
You're right. Allah does come to every man, but every man don't choose Allah.
Every man doesn't choose it.
Right. You're right.
So if you submit your will to Allah or to God, it's you in tune with God direct.
Depending on what you do, because everybody could say that don't mean you really represent for God. That's why we gotta watch people. You gotta watch what they do.
That reflects in what a person does.
Right. If I'm a homosexual and I say, "Oh, I'm of God," that's not going to be. It doesn't fall in line with the prophets and what the people of the book did. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we able to decipher what's truth and what's falsehood. We can see through people if you watching closely, if you know your history, if you know that Allah said that's wrong. If you know about Sodom and Gomorrah, then you're able to recognize that's wrong and that's not the way of God, right?
But in the Bible, it says God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, right? He told Lot, if you could find me one redeeming quality, I'll save the city. If not, leave the city. If you look back, you'll turn into a pillar of salt. You think scientifically that man turned into salt, or was that a parable, or was it what they call it, a parable stating if you look back on things that of your past, you'll become bitter. Salt is bitter. It's the taste of salt is bitter and salty. What I'm saying?
I can't say Allah can't do certain things. I can't say Allah can't part the sea. I can't say he can't allow Jesus to walk on water or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I can't say Allah can't do certain things. Man can't do it by himself. Allah can do anything.
I've seen some research that I forgot where it's at. It's somewhere over in that country over there. I think it's called the Dead Sea, where the salt is so thick that you actually can't sink. You could just sit on the water and you cannot see. You could see all the way down, but your body will float because it has so much salt content in it.
Yeah, I heard that before.
You know, so
Naima
Jesus
said
could
it can
have.
be both, Kurt. It could have happened, and it could be a metaphor for us also.
See, if you look back on some bad stuff of your past, you'll become salty. You'll become bitter. You know what I'm saying? That's why he told Lot to leave Sodom and Gomorrah, because they were participating in homosexuality. Just don't look back. See, my dad used to have a perfect phrase to me. He said, like, when you're in a committed relationship, you know, you do everything humanly possible to make it work, so that if you have to walk away, you don't have to look back and wonder if you did the right thing. Because once you look back on some past things, like your relationship wasn't working, you're gonna become bitter. Oh, that heifer, she this or that. You know, you'll become bitter in your spirit. But if you forgive that person and go forward, forgiveness is not for them. It's for you. You forgive them, you walk forward, you don't look back. It ain't nothing back there. You have to walk away. That's the Sodom and Gomorrah in every man's life, man or woman.
You know what? You know what I got from it? From the story, a lot I got from it was Allah commanded Lot and his wife and children to turn from Sodom and Gomorrah, from that lifestyle that way, and to not look back. And his wife looked back, and she probably was overly sympathetic towards that. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and she became bitter and
then she got destroyed with the rest of them.
and she got destroyed with the rest of them. But
yeah,
she didn't.
Allah's telling you that.
It's just like the story in the Bible that Mary just miraculously became pregnant without being impregnated by man.
It's possible. Adam, right? The first man.
You said what? You said it's possible.
I said Allah created the first man, Adam, without a mother or father, so he could create a baby with just a woman.
But it's a scientific fact that Adam.
That's what the religions do, man.
Adam and Eve was not the first physical man.
Okay, so was there a first physical woman and man ever in life?
It dates back. First physical, you know, man as a group of men and women.
No, I'm asking you. If you don't believe there was a first woman and man,
I believe there was a first civilization of men and women that their whole will was toward God. It wasn't just one person.
What I'm saying is that the first group of men and women, they didn't come from semen, right? They just appeared, right? So Allah created man and women without.
So why Allah just didn't do that again? Why play the game of acting like this girl got pregnant, or why not just make Jesus appear like he did Adam and Eve?
No, what I'm saying is that's far along. That's Adam and Eve. Allah could have created multiple people without going through the process of pregnancy. But I'm talking about in Jesus' case, that's the process he chose. Why are we gonna deny that?
I believe that the metaphor is that when God came to Joseph, who in and of himself was, you know, fulfilled the prophecy, when he said, go to Mary, she will be with child. He put the desire in Joseph to sleep with a virgin. And from that virgin, he will be the Messiah. He will be the truth, you know, the one that bring back the scriptures. But I don't believe that she just all of a sudden one day woke up around the sheep and the cows and was 9 months pregnant. That's
Kurt, you're not answering my question. If Allah created multiple people without going through the process of pregnancy, they just appeared as adults in flesh. You don't think Allah can create a baby in a womb without a man?
Then why didn't he do all of mankind like that? Why would he even have us with sex organs? Just start creating a whole bunch of men and women. Because
that's what he chose. Allah's the boss. He chooses what he want to choose. Which is natural.
Let me play this video, y'all. Y'all
Yeah,
gonna
that's
go
a
on
circle.
forever about that. Yeah.
No idea why the Iranian people are celebrating the fact that the U.S. and Israel just took out the Iranian regime leader. This will shed some light on the topic.
Again, Iranians are not Arab Islamists. They're Iranians. They've always been Iranians. They have occupied by a regime that is not their own, by a regime that is not speaking their language, by a regime, and let's make that very, very clear, because sometimes it's like hard for us to understand what happened inside of Iran. The Islamist Ayatollahs came to our country, and the first thing that they did, they took our flag, and they started.
Oh, that ain't the Arab Muslims being oppressive, is it?
To write on it with Arabic writing, which
What?
is not Persian. It's not our language on there.
What?
They took out our symbol of the lion and the sun and replaced it with an Allahu Akbar Islamic symbol in the middle. Just imagine Islam is taking over Washington.
Imagine
taking
that.
the American flag, taking our flag, keeping the colors in there and putting an Islamist symbol on it and an Arabic writing on it. Would you think that's our flag? Would you think, oh, this is the government of America now? You would be like, this is an Arab Islamist jihadist occupation. They took down our flag. Then they started to replace everything that's Iranian, our ministries, our churches, our synagogues, our Jewish community. We had the biggest Jewish community inside of the Middle East, outside of Israel. They wiped them out. They wiped out our Christians, our Zoroastrians. They forced people to convert to Islam. They changed our language in our schools. They started teaching Arabic. Our national anthem, they replaced the national anthem with some weird anthem that no Iranian can even identify with, because every other word of it is Islamic.
47 years of oppressive occupation, and now the head of that oppression is gone. That's why they're celebrating.
Ain't that something?
But this is what I don't get. Okay,
Ain't that something? Everyone does it. Everyone has blood on their hands. Everyone.
Yeah. So we should just like
So my question is, what percentage of Iran is Muslim? What percentage?
I don't know. But my thing is this: when America did that to the people here, did nobody come to our rescue? Why are we over there trying to rescue them? If y'all let them, change our flag, then that's their business. We should stay out of it.
I agree.
That's all I'm saying. Put some of them $1 million back into our society. Our bridges, our roads is falling down.
Peace, brother. Good night, brother.
All right, good night, Suleiman. I'm getting up out of here too. Appreciate you.
Peace, my bro. Yeah, I'm getting ready to eat my dinner. It's 11:30 at night.
You're an hour behind.
Hey, man, I had 3 deaths in my family this week.
Dang, sorry to hear that.
It's crazy. Yeah, one is he my best friend, but his cousin married my uncle, so he like family. I've been knowing them since 1964. And they stayed across the street from where we grew up at, right? They eventually moved to the county, but me and Mike continued to be friends. So for all of these years, I've held somewhat of a guilt, because what happened, I went over to my uncle's house for the summer. We was like 16 years old. And he used to come over and visit, because they moved over into Florissant, and Berkeley and Florissant is kind of close. They're close counties. So he come over. So one day he came over and was like, "Kurt, ask your Uncle Robert, can I spend the night?" And I was like, "Ask your mama. Because you got to get permission from your mama anyway." Well, he didn't ask his mother. I think he was afraid she would say no. He went home the very next day. The little dudes in his neighborhood, they took his mama's car Mike is the only one that had a driver's license. And they was like, no, I'm a driver. And he drove and rolled into a ditch and hit a damn tree. Threw him through the windshield, broke his neck, broke his spinal cord. He been in a wheelchair over 50 years. The guy that was driving, the young guy that was driving didn't even have a license. Mike said that when he finally came to, he was on the grass, right? And he was looking at the car. It was wrapped around the tree. The driver, the steering wheel was impressed into his chest. And he was looking at him talking about, damn, I'm glad I ain't fucked up like them. Come to find out, when they brought the jaws of life and cut him out, neither one of the two guys in the front was hurt. He was the only one got injured. He was the only one with a driver's license. So I kind of felt guilty because I didn't ask my uncle to have him to spend the night, because if he had spent the night, he wouldn't have been at home over there with them young niggas that was driving that car without license. But he passed away. He passed away Tuesday, I think it was. I promise you. And then the crazy thing, you know that song on Cooley High, It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday?
Yeah.
They kept playing it on the radio, had me in tears like a mug. Because, I mean, I've been through a lot with him. You know, I've been through, you know, he was like, I used to always get him in trouble, and he used to always get me out of trouble. You know, then my niece died, and then my cousin died. I'm like, sheesh.
Yeah, that's a lot to handle, man. That's a lot to handle. Damn, Karina, I didn't even know you was still here.
Yeah,
I see your name up there.
Death is all
that's
around.
That's a lot to handle,
me.
man. Well,
Yeah,
I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow or something. I'm getting up out of here.
I got 3 wakes and 3 funerals to go all next week.
Yeah, that's too much.
It's a lot.
All right, Karina, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Hey,
what you doing? Where you going, Karina?
You been hiding behind that dark curtain. That's what that was.
I'm looking crazy. I have a
Where you going?
headache. I don't know what it is.
You better check your blood pressure. You've been having a headache all week.
Yeah, it's since this weather
Last
changed.
time we saw you, you had a headache.
Yeah.
Check your blood pressure.
You know I'm
I
getting ready to
couldn't even
say
go to
something
my
crazy.
cousin's funeral yesterday. I'm not feeling well.
You got that headache because Donald Trump too much on your mind. He'll cause you to have a headache.
You know what it is? I knew
Peace,
today
Josh.
was gonna
Peace,
come.
Josh. Josh, you was still on too?
Yeah,
was
you ain't
quiet,
feeling
man.
well.
Josh, you was quiet.
Yeah, you just gotta just take a rest.
Yeah. No, I think it's just my hormones. It's my hormones.
In the name of Jesus Christ.
Amen. Amen.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, and when you guys keep talking about my Bible, you need to warn me so I can go ahead and come with it. You guys can't just be surprising me on some things. I told you I'm still brand new to this. I need to
going through
prepare.
videos. I was just going through videos. But I
Well,
know
see,
what
all
they
the
did during
videos I
slavery.
have, I can't send to you because you don't have the TikTok thing.
You
So
could
I need to find the videos on the YouTube.
You could
You know
just
I'm
type
not
it in on
crafty.
YouTube. No. Whatever you see on whatever else, just type it in on YouTube. The same video will pop up or something similar
Yeah.
to it.
And that's what I'm gonna do.
Something
Because y'all ain't
similar
gonna
to
be
it will
talking
pop
about
up.
my Bible.
That wasn't even your Bible though. See, that's what you and
No,
Suleiman be
that
doing.
part, yeah, no,
Y'all
that
get
ain't
triggered.
mine. No, that definitely ain't mine.
You say Bible, you get triggered. You say Quran, he get triggered.
No,
don't they?
y'all was
Don't
trying
they?
to compare. Y'all was trying to compare when y'all say the Bible. No, that ain't no Bible. That's their Bible.
Cause that's one and the same. Both of them was written by man.
It's not one and the same. It's not one and the same.
Yes, it is. You said the Quran copied Jah.
Copy not only us, different religion. They ain't copy only us.
First of all, an author of a book is a man.
You can't compare.
I'm out of here. I ain't.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that.
Because Kurt about to start a whole new conversation. I am out of here, man. Peace, Naima. Love you too,
Peace
Karina.
out.
Peace, Naima. Peace, Auntie.
Bye, Naima.
And tell Eli next time, get him about 2 or 3 hours worth of sleep before he come on, because we can't be having him quit in the middle of the sermon.
Eli been left. Eli took off. All right, y'all.
Bye.
Yeah. Peace.
Peace.
I was a bad son, now I'm a good dad. I was a bad son, now I'm a good dad. I was a bad son, now I'm a good dad. What up? When I was a little boy, I put my hood on my back. All eyes on me and nobody cut me no slack. While bowling up and down, that cold money was all I thought. And daddy was selling drugs, so it made me say fuck sports. Him teaching me the game, felt like he was passing the torch. I'm from the projects, I jumped off the stoop, not a port. My OGs was my idols, not no Meech or Rick Ross. And remember, to be a boss, life was always the cause. I carry Christ on my back, that's why they call me the cross. And whenever shit was rough, I just hustle and stay my course. And every time I pull myself back on my feet, digging my cleats, every step I take, rip up the streets. A gun in a vest, some money and weed is all I need. When I hit the block, my mama started losing her sleep. To love a nigga like me is really not for the weak. I became a villain after that 100 bullets ate up my Uncle G. I was a bad son, now I'm a good dad. I'm hands-on, my kids ain't raised by no iPad. I show up every day, if you a man, try that. Can't call yourself a man if you make a child and deny that.